Woke up.
What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning, and appreciate every single one of you guys joining us on another episode, week two of the morning report. It is Tuesday, a beautiful Tuesday morning, and again, we appreciate everybody that's here, everybody that's going to be coming in. Zing Beto, we see you in the chat, and everybody else again that's going to be coming into the stream. We have a show for you today. Some things we'll get into. Obviously, the Fantastic Four premiere was last night, and they did not do it on ABC. I believe it was on Disney Plus. So, which I thought was a little different because if you're not subscribed to Disney Plus, then you didn't see it.
You're not a big enough fan then.
Yeah, I guess not.
No, it's good. I like it. Incentivize your streaming service.
I was gonna say maybe it's a ploy to, hey, you need to be subscribed. So they had that last night as well. We'll also get into Ahsoka season 2, how it has begun filming, and what we can expect to see in Ahsoka season 2. We're also going to get into some DC things. James Gunn is going to be hosting a podcast where he is going to be telling all of the DC things that are canon and pointing out Easter eggs and things that we should be paying attention to. He wants to be literally the center of the spotlight. So he's taking on a podcast now. We'll also get into the details of the Jimmy Olsen spinoff series. Notice it is just details for Jimmy Olsen, not for Mr. Terrific. So we will get into all of that. Before we do, Chill, we haven't seen you since yesterday. How was your evening?
Oh my God. Everything was great. Everything went perfectly well. It was a good day. Linked up with who I needed to link up, cheered up. And then I kind of slept in a little too long today. I don't know if you can tell, but there's crust in my eyes, gentlemen and ladies.
No, my evening was not eventful at all. Not an eventful evening. Before we start, I need to grab something, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. You know what we can do though? You know what we could do since we're waiting? Since we're gonna jump into the Ahsoka topic. Let's talk about another Star Wars actor. The guy who's playing Ezra Bridger. He posted like a cool video. And it makes you love Star Wars when you know that the actors themselves are into Star Wars as much as this. We get the music out of the way, but you can see him just a little practice. Set up his phone. Probably no one else is inside there. He's got the script open in the other room. He's like, it'd be cool. Oh, let me wait for sunset. It's sunset now. Yeah, I'll set the phone here. He's probably making those sounds, but we can't hear because the music is playing. And he's like, let me go on beat. That's cool. He's learning how to flip. He's got a true lightsaber. I'm sure those are the props that they use on set. And he's getting a feel for it. That's what Star Wars is about. He's in pretty good shape too. I think Ezra Bridger might need to be in better shape now that he's not secluded in an island. He can eat what he needs to eat. Why is he touching the light part of the lightsaber though? Whoa. Why did he touch? Watch this. He's about to catch it. And the blue. Idiot. It's going to chop your whole wrist off.
Who is our Ezra Bridger? Amon, what's his name?
Yeah, Amon some.
He is not who I wanted. And even after seeing Ahsoka, he is still not who I wanted.
Wrong.
No. You know you would have loved more?
The Aladdin dude?
The Aladdin dude that posted on his Instagram, when I break out of here, I promise I won't kill all of you. Direct quote from Ezra from Rebels, and he looks more like Ezra to me. He looks more like Ezra. Who's the dude that plays him? What's his name?
Mehdi Massoud.
Oh. Yes, him, Mehdi Massoud. I wanted him for our Ezra.
I don't think that's his name. I don't really know if that's his name. It feels like it, but I don't think it is.
I know it's Mehdi. It starts with an M. With an M.
I know he lives like in Mississauga, like just north of here.
It's Mina Massoud.
Mina Massoud.
Yes, Mina Massoud. Him. I wanted him as Ezra Bridger, and I'm trying to find the hold on. This right here. This shit was, if everybody just would have got on board, well, fans were on board. It was more so the studio. that was not on board.
Damn, they can't do everyone's dream casting. They did Rosario
Man,
Dawson.
this was the dream.
Yeah,
Look how good he looks as Ezra.
that's him.
What? Yeah, that's him. Look,
Looks solid.
like what? So much better. So much better. I didn't also no body shaming. I also didn't like how Iman was a little heavier as Ezra.
Well, look at where he was on Peridia. What could he really do?
Man, he's on Peridia. You ain't got nothing to do but work. See, this is what the one he posted when he's like, well, it was this Instagram post where he said, "When I break out of here, I promise." Yeah, there it is.
Oh, and he didn't even put the hashtag rebels or anything. You just
No.
fans will figure it out.
Yeah, if you're a fan, you fucking know that line. That was one of the coldest Ezra Bridger lines ever. So yeah. So with him, with Amon out there working with a lightsaber, where that's hinting that they are going to start filming for Ahsoka season 2 here coming up, or they're filming for Ahsoka season 2 rather. Hayden Christensen, who plays Anakin Skywalker in the live action series stuff and the movies, was supposed to show up at San Diego Comic-Con for the Star Wars portion of things. And as you know, Hayden has been showing up to a lot more things because Star Wars and Lucasfilm has finally realized, hey, when we actually use the franchise's main character and we actually use who the story is centered around, people like it.
Yeah.
What a thought. So Hayden got the very well-deserved appreciation at, what was it? Star Wars Celebration. It was 2023. I think it was his first Star Wars Celebration back, and he cried, and it was great to see him back. And then 2024, he's done it again. He's been doing a lot more things with Star Wars. He's obviously doing a lot more TV stuff with Star Wars as far as Ahsoka Season 2. His role in Ahsoka Season 2, as we know, was tremendous. If you watched Clone Wars or anything like that, you know what that episode was when they were on Mortis, and what the father told Anakin and what all that alluded to. Now, when it comes to the world between worlds, when it comes to all of that stuff, it's a little bit of a mystery. We're still kind of learning some things about the Mortis gods. We're still kind of learning some things about how all this is going to work as far as Anakin's position in the Force now. A lot of people are thinking he is now the father, and could be. So we'll see where all that is going, but his role is going to be a lot bigger. Like I said, he's doing Star Wars Monopoly commercials. He's in everything with them right now, and I love it. Notice we have not seen Daisy Ridley since 2022 Star Wars Celebration. We haven't seen Daisy. They're not talking about Daisy. You haven't heard the name Rey since the rumored 5 films. So we're moving a different direction, it looks like.
Daisy's not going to conventions either. The way Hayden Christensen's made himself public all of a sudden with those convention trips, she's not doing. John Boyega does it. She's not doing it. It's very strange to see. But she's also a woman, so maybe it's different when it comes to safety. And she is married now. She's probably got other things to do. This dude, single. He just broke up with his girl 3 years ago. So maybe when she takes half your money, you want to do some things to get some more money. Maybe. I don't know. I'm prying too much into Hayden Christensen's life, but I do remember that he was in London that one celebration. You guys know how to make a Jedi feel welcome. This is where the fun begins. Like he loved that. That's adrenaline. I hear pro wrestlers talk about it all the time, but like I can't quit. Like Randy Orton will say, "Yeah, I know I'm 45, but that sound, that arena, everyone." Oh my god, man, it's like a drug. You got to go for your next fix. I understand that. Like he probably is going to get all these endorphins and years of being not loved and cheered, and thinking that all the critics hated your movie. But now in the digital age, social media age, all the fans of that who are now older, who are going to show you appreciation, makes you be like, yo, I'm not leaving this franchise ever. I'll sign anywhere, and we're not getting rid of him. If they make him the father reincarnation, he'd do it. He wouldn't say no to that at all. Great. Sign him to wall. He'll agree to it now.
Right. Nope, I agree. And to add to that whole thing with Hayden, one of the things about why he was so emotional with his return was because the way he was treated as Anakin by the fans during his time in the original prequel series. So he had, kind of distanced himself away from Star Wars, distanced himself away from acting. Hayden's done other acting things outside of Star Wars. I actually like him a lot, and I always why do I forget the name of that movie? It's with T.I. and
Takers.
Takers. I like him a lot in Takers. Takers is a very good movie. Um,
All right.
so I like, and he's also in, was it Shooter?
Looper,
Looper,
Jumper.
Jumper. He's done other
Thank
things
you, King.
outside of outside of Star Wars, obviously, notably Star Wars, but he took a step away from all that because of the way he was treated. So it's good to see that he again is getting the reception he is deserved. So
That's where he met his wife at, Rachel Bilson, I think her name. She played Summer on the OC.
Mm.
I'd marry her too. I watched the OC.
He was again supposed to be at San Diego Comic-Con. They had tweeted something. The Manchester San Diego account had tweeted something that he is had to pull out, had to cancel. He is no longer going to be there because he is now doing night shoots in England, and we know that Ahsoka is filming in England. So we know that they have obviously started shooting. They have not made that public yet, or nothing has been, from the trades about it. But we know that they have started shooting due to this information about Hayden pulling out of Comic-Con. And obviously with this video of him on, did he post anything of where he said where he was on that, or no? Okay, he probably is not going to say, "Oh, I'm in England."
You got to
Shooting.
tell by the skyline, because he had some stuff outside the balcony that we could be like, oh, okay, that's the north end of that, and that's, you can see that's the brewery over there.
Yeah, so he's definitely there as well. Probably getting ready to film with them. So some of the things that we do know about Ahsoka, we know obviously Baylan Skoll has been replaced with Roy. I'm blanking on last name from Game of Thrones. He's the Hound.
Rory McCaw.
Yes, I believe so. The Hound in Game of Thrones.
The Hound. He's like McLovin. This guy has a real name, but we're gonna go by your character.
Yeah, you're the Hound. Who he plays brilliantly in Game of Thrones, and after seeing him in the Baylan costume and hearing his admiration to taking on this role and things like that, now he was going to respect it, and how things like everything from Rey. I like it. Obviously everything should be recasted at some point in time.
I think so.
So I really like I like that we're continuing on with Baylan. Baylan to me was one of the most interesting things from Ahsoka season 2. So I'm ready. I'm ready for Ahsoka season 2. Don't know exactly. Well, we do know we know what it's kind of going to be, but that gets really deep into like the Star Wars lore as far as like Abeloth, explaining who Abeloth is and all of that kind of stuff. So we could possibly be seeing a lot. This is what I'll say for Ahsoka season 2. Expect it to be very sci-fi and diving into the mythos and everything of the Force.
I want to learn about Yuuzhan Vong. Everyone says that who reads the EU.
Yes, the Yuuzhan Vong is that would be a dream, honestly. That's a dream. The Yuuzhan Vong is they're from the unknown regions. They are a race that come in and give the Republic during the time that Luke is in the extended universe, when Luke is the Grand Master of the Council. They bring them to their knees, and it's not even close. It's crazy.
Fire. Ahsoka season 2 release date. No games radar. I don't want to sign up. Let's read some of this stuff, some of these news items, speculation, cast, story, and everything else you need to know about the Star Wars show. Ahsoka season 2 is filming as we speak, so there's no long to wait to return to Peridia and the galaxy far, far away for the next installment in the story. Well, news has been scarce on the next chapter at Star Wars Celebration 2025. Filoni revealed plenty about what we can expect, and you can read all about that below. Okay, let me just skip to the part where I start reading below. It says, Ahsoka Season 2 release date speculation. Rosario Dawson confirmed with a behind-the-scenes picture on her Instagram. They're in production. No release window has revealed during Star Wars Celebration, but it's looking like that we can expect Ahsoka season 2 release date fall in 2026. I hate waiting that long, but from 2023 to 2026, 3-year wait, fine, we got it. Recently, Shin Hati's actor Ivana Sakno gave us an update on filming. There's absolutely nothing that I can speak on the moment, and I wish I could share with. What do you mean? She gave us nothing. How is this an update? I wish I could share with you something at least because it's such an exciting time for us to be back together, and we're currently in the middle of filming it. She revealed. All I can say is that it is bigger and even more in depth, and I'm really excited for people to see it. It means the world. She said all that without blinking, like a good Shin Hati. Ahsoka season 2's plot. It ended with Ahsoka and Sabine stranded, while the Thrawn and Ezra both made it home to the main Star Wars galaxy. In the final moments of the season, we see Anakin watching over Ahsoka and Sabine with a smile. Could Sabine see Anakin during that?
That was the question. I mean, I said in my head canon, fuck no, because Sabine shouldn't even have the Force. Neither here nor there. Actually, it is here or there, so I'm just not going to get into it. But I say no. Ahsoka should have been the only one seeing him.
Filoni shared the first piece of art back in 2024, providing some more clues. Balin's skull was last seen on the giant statue of the Father, a Force god representing the balance who was killed in Clone Wars. It would seem Balin is seeking a great power, and the first piece of concept art for the new season shows Ahsoka and Sabine on the same statue, which is pointing into the distance. Could Balin be seeking the power of the world between worlds? Dog, that's so interesting. That part, that cliffhanger, and then knowing that Ahsoka and Sabine are attached to that too. Yes. One thing we do know for sure is that if the Mortis gods will factor into season 2's plot, it's a big mystery. Filoni teased of the statues on Peridia at Star Wars Celebration. The son's there, the father's there, most of the daughter's there. So yeah, we'll figure it out. It's a good story. Game of Thrones star Rory McCann will be taking over from the late Ray Stevenson as Balin Skull because they're white, which means his story definitely isn't over yet because they're white. Also, at Star Wars Celebration, Hayden Christensen confirmed he'll return as Anakin Skywalker, so we know Sky Guy will factor into the plot so far. Plus, Filoni revealed that Admiral Ackbar will appear in the new season.
He did, yes, he did say that.
Like, the way that man died in Episode 8 was such a waste of, 40 years of Star Wars fans. You know how everyone has a name and we learn about their names and we prop up these lesser-known characters because there's not much to do as a Star Wars fan? Like, there was 40 years of fandom who were like, Admiral Ackbar, yeah, it's a trap, it's a meme and everything. That guy dies to the back, off screen, vacuum of space. Someone did not understand how significant we have made Ackbar. And her name is Kennedy. Thanks to a teaser trailer Filoni patched together from concept art and a retro voiceover, we also know that Sabine and Ahsoka will be battling giant evil droids, while battles will take place across 2 galaxies, and she'll eventually have another showdown with Balin. Ahsoka season 2, when we might get one.
Now, if what they were talking about up there at the top with the father, son, daughter, if the rumors and speculation are true, we should, like I said earlier, see Abeloth, and Abeloth would be the mother. She is not originally a god like the father, son, and daughter. She was more like she was immortal, but I won't say she was like the servant to them. She was like the nanny or something like that, like the mother figure to the daughter and the son. But because she fell in such love with the children, she forbiddenly drank from I forget exactly what. It's extended universe stuff that we never thought we'd see, and made herself immortal like them, but it had effects on her being mortal that it obviously, them being gods, does not have effect on, and it turned her into Abeloth. And if true, if the rumors are true, we're supposed to see Abeloth. She's supposed to be the villain behind a lot of this. We'll see, though. I still have my speculation that we're seeing Abeloth, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I really don't want to read more from this. When are we gonna get the trailer, bro? You don't know Gabe's radar. They don't announce these things. The next one is the cast. Oh, here, the great list here. Lars Mikkelsen back, Eman back, Mary, she's back, Hayden, Rory, Ivanka. Yeah. How many episodes of season 2 are likely? 8 episodes. I agree.
I also hope, and again, I agree with these people, not body shaming, but I hope that Lars has toned up to play Grand Admiral Thrawn in Rebels. We not just in Rebels. If you know anything about Thrawn, you know Thrawn is formidable. He is not just formidable in his mind; he is formidable hand-to-hand combat and everything like that. Lars doesn't fit that bill in the Thrawn that we saw. I remember seeing all the posts and memes about that.
It was that side view where you saw the pot belly. That's the problem. As a man with a pot belly who knows to get, fit and stuff, I can still say that shouldn't have been it. You got to look like your characters, man.
Yeah, and they also should have hired Isaac, or not Isaac. Well, I'm sorry, Lars. I'm thinking Inquisitor. Sorry, Lars does play his voice in animation. Thinking Inquisitor.
That would be that. Hey, you guys want Disney Plus? You can get the $7.99 tier, $11.99, or $14.99.
Oh yay, Disney Plus.
It's where you can watch the red carpet events. They don't put it on YouTube anymore.
Before we get to that red carpet event, we'll do DC because Fantastic Four will probably take up the rest of everything. We can jump into the DC stuff. If we want to go to Jimmy first before we jump to James and his podcast.
Why did our viewership just double as soon as I put away that Star Wars article? Did you see it? It went from like 10 to 20 just like that across our channels.
Dwayne said, my tripping, or does Rosario Dawson look like she got a midget sitting on her head backwards? Eugene said, it did throw me off when they showed him sideways. He wasn't slender. Yeah, it was a little different. D Sizzle said, very grotesque look too. Curious if Dave will use her in EU. That's why I'm like, I just don't know. I mean, it's Dave. I don't know. That I have my speculations on Abeloth. I really do. I have my speculations on anything like that EU. Like even the Yuuzhan Vong. I know that Dave had concepts of the Yuuzhan Vong showing up in the Clone Wars animation style. But it's like that's if you open that can, that's not an easy can to like that's easily a 5 to 10 year story. That's like the Infinity Stones. You got to tell properly the Yuuzhan Vong. First of all, you have to have the proper Skywalker family in here. This is not like Marvel where you like, oh, well, we didn't have the X-Men and we didn't have the Fantastic Four. So Civil War is going to look, the way we want it to look. You cannot do that with the Yuuzhan Vong War. No. All characters, all players have to be on the table. Every single one of them. So that's why I have my speculations about certain things in the EU that them doing. Like they've already fucked up the Skywalker saga and timeline already. So bringing in the Yuuzhan Vong without Mara Jade, without Jason, without any of those people, it just gets messy.
You could have a substitute for Jason Solo.
No.
Well, you can't have another person learn how to use the Force and be young.
No.
Yeah,
they've done. They did it. They did that. They did it with Ben Solo, Kylo fucking Ren. Although he's the only really redeeming thing from the sequel trilogy, I still don't like it. Why not just do Jason?
Well, that's past. It's not going to happen. But you can say after Return of the Jedi, he's dancing with the Ewoks and he goes to another planet and he's like, "Hey, you got the Force? Cool, you're Force sensitive." And then he takes this 5-year-old and teaches him.
But see that's the thing. I think that Star Wars, or not Star Wars, Disney has given to you not so deep Star Wars fans. You all now think because the sequel trilogy has told you that you can go to some random planet and there's some Force sensitive person there. That's not how the Force works.
No, that is how it works. There's always going to be
that's how
people
Disney. That's how Disney has taught you all that it worked. Due to Rian Johnson with that stupid ass scene at the end of episode 8 with that little boy Force pulling that broom to him and giving this idea that, hey, you all can just it's a Stan Lee idea. It's the Stan Lee mentality that anybody can be Spider-Man. That's not how the Force works.
Okay, a select few people, and Luke will bump into one of the select people, and he'll say, okay, you got the Force. Hey, that's interesting. If the Jedi Council and Academy was around and we got a system, what you would do would be under my tutelage. But don't worry, I got access to Yoda and access to Kenobi, and they can probably tell me what to do. You could be my first student. That could be your substitute for Jason Solo. How old is Jason supposed to be during the Yuuzhan Vong story?
He's in his teens.
Then all right, he'll in 10 years' time, he will be in his teens.
I'm sorry. Again, as someone who has read the extended universe stuff, and I already don't like the direction that they have gone with fucking up the Skywalker family and fucking up the Solo family and everything like that. In order, like they're even talking about having Mara Jade, talking about wanting to do stuff with Mara Jade. How do you do anything with Mara Jade when Luke is dead in the current timeline and you fucked him up to this fucking hermit? So no, you can't even do the Yuuzhan Vong because one, Luke's dead and you turned him into what you turned him into.
No, okay. What I'm asking for is gonna make the episode 8 movie not really count or not really. Wait, he's supposed to be alone and lonely. This doesn't make sense. I don't care. Yeah, everything didn't make sense.
Okay, so then what we're doing is we're retconning. So we'd be asking Disney to retcon 7, 8, and 9, which is something they're not going to do in order to properly tell the Skywalker saga.
Him having Mara Jade with him and everything, they can do whatever adventure they want to do. And then the storybook writers, the encyclopedia people, the website guys, they're going to go, oh, how do we explain that he does all that and then he becomes a hermit? Okay, well, we'll just say that the last year he did this, and that's why. Like, let them leave it to the explanation part, because you can explain away anything in sci-fi. You can say that his memory was wiped. You can say that he had a issue. You can do anything you want to do to explain why episode 8 happened. So let the people who care about that stuff try to protect it.
And that's this is why I don't care after 6. This is why I don't even get into conversations about the sequel stuff, because it gets convoluted like you just explained. Not saying you're making it convoluted. It's just they have made it that way. So I have to have these stories. Okay, so we're having these stories with Mara Jade before we get to episode 8, and then before we get to episode 8, Mara Jade just disappears, or they break up or something because he eventually goes to kill Ben, who shouldn't even fucking be there, and all this. Like, just
what Quinlan Voss, he was dating Asajj Ventress, and she's I can't be with him. If I would have told him that I'm alive, then it's going to be a problem. So boom, the book gets to be canon. They get to continue using Asajj Ventress in Tales of the Underworlds.
They do. However, Asajj's story has not been botched the way that Luke's story has been botched. When you have Mark Hamill out there trying to rationalize ideas, trying to be like, okay, well, I had to tell myself this is a clone Luke. Like, this isn't Luke, because Luke wouldn't do that. When you have the actor out there publicly saying stuff like that, and then you have the downfall that literally is Star Wars from the sequel trilogy, I'm confused how you fix any of that without retconning. I get what you're saying, how the way they did it in with Asajj. That's not a good example, because Asajj is not Luke and hasn't been botched the way Luke has. You asked me the question, like, about are the Yuuzhan Vong blah blah blah. So I'm assuming you don't know the Yuuzhan Vong War, which with you not knowing the Yuuzhan Vong War, you don't know how big that war is. You don't know the magnitude of that war. You don't know the characters and importance of that war within the Star Wars timeline. So therefore, going in and trying to MCU this shit the fuck up that doesn't work. That does not work. So as I've said many times, I prefer they just don't fucking touch it. Leave it alone. Let it stay in the EU. The same way the same thing I said with Mace Windu. Leave him alone, because if it's going to be anything like we've been getting, I'd rather you leave it the fuck alone. Why mess up the Yuuzhan Vong?
You could repair it. You can make things better than it was in the EU by including it in the canon. The Mace Windu problem is not a problem if Bryce Dallas
How
Howard,
can you make something better that's already perfect?
Because perfect is subjective. You can.
Oh, it's not subjective. I can't. I guarantee you, if I was to, okay, let me put it for you this way. Again, for someone who has not read the Yuuzhan Vong, if I was to sit in a room with a bunch of Star Wars fans and say, what do we think of the Yuuzhan Vong War? Typically, Star Wars fans are going at each other. That'd be the one time you'd see Star Wars fans being like, "Oh my god, it's perfect," because it's perfect.
Is that good?
It's that good.
It's a book or like a comic?
I
mean,
books.
Is it a novel? It's
novelizations. Yeah.
Ooh. I had something on my mind. Thinking about Dave Filoni. Oh, okay, the clone thing that you said. That's what Mark Hamill's idea was. Hey, why not? Why not that Giancarlo Esposito's character? He was like, man, this Jedi came in out of nowhere at the end of season 2, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clone him, and then he clones him, and that's who makes the Academy, and that's who is occupying all the time. The real Luke Skywalker is over on Peridia with Ahsoka and Sabine trying to figure out this puzzle. And that's why over the last 16 years, when Ben Solo goes haywire, when things like that happen, it's a fake Luke Skywalker. As a lover of, as a, never said, as a person who does not love Episode 8, I don't care. The lovers of Episode 8 will say, no, that was my Luke. He's supposed to be a hermit. Let them cry. Let them have their problem. But a clone Luke Skywalker is just easy. And it's a stupid solution. It's a lazy, it was a clone the whole time. But it's what the Episode 8 movie deserves. And I don't care about Episode 9, because Episode 9 wasn't that destructive. It just continued the stupidity. Lightspeed skipping was destructive still. I don't know how you explain. What is lightspeed skipping? You can track someone. You can go in lightspeed into another planet. That's like, you got to make more movies, right? Like that technology existing makes it so that no one can ever escape again. It's weird. Lightspeed tracking, lightspeed skipping. Let's erase that. Let's say the guy who invented that technology died, and no one knows how to recreate it, and the patent is expired, or I don't know. Just do something so where I can have people say, "We gotta leave. We gotta get away. Punch it," and they do get away. Because if you don't have that, event like that hurts so many stories that can happen in Star Wars. Half of the episodes of Rebels and Clone Wars was about trying to get away before getting caught, whether the good guys or the bad guys were. Tracking is dumb.
Yeah. A lot of that stupid shit they did was dumb.
Lawrence told me that's bad writing. Yeah, like I said, it's lazy bad writing. It was a clone the whole time.
Like I said, I agree with D Sizzle there when he said you can't make the old EU better. It's been popping since I was a kid. I mean, the EU, it's just that's why as Star Wars fans we get so upset when we even think about the sequel trilogy, because it's like you had a map. Like you literally had, it's right there. Like how people complain like, oh well, we didn't have any source material. No, it's right there. It's literally right there, and it would have given you 20 plus years of banger after banger after, if you would have done it right and got the right people behind it, like Dave, passionate people, right, directors that know this stuff, writers, and I'm telling you, Star Wars we wouldn't even be having conversations like, oh, the cracks are showing, or Star Wars is dead, and the people hate these characters. Like, bro, we'd probably just now be somewhat wrapping up the Yuuzhan Vong War. And that gives you so many movies in between then, with cliffhangers hanging off in between, like, holy shit, I can't wait to get the next movie. Mm-hmm. And like to physically seeing the Yuuzhan Vong, like if you don't know what the Yuuzhan, well, most people do, you've seen them, like I'm sure on, what's it called?
Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter or something like that. Is that my screen? That's your screen. My phone.
I think we're both clicking at the same time. I'll stop.
Okay. Let me pull this over here. Oh, I guess it's not going to show that. Okay, I'll do this then. To physically show them on screen as well would be something, because they're like it's kind of like D Sizzle was saying about with Abeloth, grotesque looking, and yeah, it'd been dope. Let's do this instead. Can I send you this? I'll send you this, and then let's.
Somebody just invited me to the Recast the Child Discord. Should I join it?
Yeah, join it. Let me know what's going on in there.
Why don't you join it then?
I need you to vet it. I'm gonna send you this. That's just the morning report one, so it's not like anything in there.
Still, bro, you don't know. See, they might just find out what we're doing, our addresses, and then they show up, and I don't want that. The material was all there. They decided to freestyle it and failed.
Yeah, it was there. The link I just sent you played that TikTok.
Play that tiki-taki. Okay. Let's tiki-taki. It's a 1 minute and 20-second video explaining who they are, trying to get it open.
No, Cornelius, that would be great. Well, I can't say no. I don't know what they got on their whiteboard. But as of now, being confirmed, no.
In Star Wars weren't the Rancor or the Geonosians. They were the Yuuzhan Vong. Although they aren't currently in canon, after the events of the Heir to the Empire trilogy, when Thrawn used the Imperial remnants to attack the New Republic, a new threat arrived from a distant galaxy. The Yuuzhan Vong were like nothing ever seen. They hated technology, so all of their ships and weapons were living. They deeply respected pain, and their nervous system seemed uniquely equipped to feel as much pain as possible. Their blood was jet black, and they were much taller and heavier than normal humans.
That's good for
the
PG.
The scariest thing about the Yuuzhan was the fact that they were in no way connected to the Force. They were the only thing in all of Star Wars that wasn't. So when the new Jedi Order tried to fight them, they had significant difficulty. They couldn't detect Yuuzhan Vong coming, and they couldn't use the Force to tell what the Vong were feeling, thinking, or doing. There were ways to attack them with the Force still, such as Force lightning and using telekinesis to throw things at them.
So when I was saying earlier that
immense pressure and crush.
When I was saying earlier that when they came to the when they came to the known regions and brought Coruscant and the Jedi Order to their knees, I mean, like literally to their knees.
These things are devastating, and the Force, like neutrality of it all, and how I guess they can't be Force pushed either, huh? It just won't affect them.
No.
Hey, George Lucas who made this? Yo, Leslie Hedden was right. She said, "You think George is the only one who can make Star Wars?" You know what? She had a point there.
Well, then she delivered Acolyte.
Who is the guy like behind this threat? Like,
I forget who wrote the Vong. It's not George though, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not George. George didn't write the Vong. Who is the?
Let me keep playing it.
The Vong were feeling, thinking, or doing. There were ways to attack them with the Force still, such as Force lightning and using telekinesis to throw things at them.
Okay.
They also could use the air around them to create immense pressure and crush the Vong. They invaded the Star Wars galaxy with 3 goals in mind: destroy their technology, force them to follow their ways of life, and to kill for their gods.
And it's Timothy Zahn.
If you want to know the story of the Yuuzhan Vong invasion, leave a comment below.
Shoot, I want to know the story.
Yeah, do the you can here, I'll send a video on the invasion.
All right. Timothy Zahn, I'm not surprised. That guy, he's the one who invented Lars's character. He invented Blue.
Yeah,
Mithron or whatever his name was.
Mithron Iraldo.
It was expanded comics, people. Yeah, well, we know that, but we also know that it can be adapted. So like the blueprint is there. Take what works for the movie, or like he said, it's a perfect. So take everything that's perfect and adapt it. Same way Harry Potter just adapted into movies. Zahn wrote a lot of Star Wars extended universe. More than just the Thrawn trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
While you're looking, someone's paying.
I need a dollar, dollar, dollar. That's what I need.
What I need.
Well, I need a dollar.
Dollar is what I need. Hi, Michael. Morning. In 1981, before you two were born, the Star Wars radio show came out. 6 hours of A New Hope expanded. First steps filling out the universe aside from the first comics and the books. Do you know how quickly I would tune into that today? If they said radio, I'll be like, okay, radio, let me get on my phone. Is there an app for that? Or do I got to go to get a terrestrial radio, go to the dollar store and figure it out? If that's all we had in 1981, right? So 2 movies are out now. The new Star Wars. I would run. I got to hear this radio show. What else happened? How many planets are there? Or they could invent a new species and you'd be like, oh, it's got fangs and claws, and that would be so sick. I feel the hype, Michael Nemo. I feel that. 6 hours of A New Hope expanded. You'd be like, he came into the cantina, and it's radio, so they can actually play a little.
I've listened to that, Michael Nemo. You can listen to that on YouTube. They actually have all 6 episodes done, or all the first 3 original episodes done that way
in a radio retelling.
Yes, it's really cool. So like on long drives, like when I've had to drive somewhere, I'll pop it. I popped it in. That's where I've listened to them, like on long rides.
That's lit. Timothy Zahn set all this up. Others contributed. Antoine Films jumps in to say, what does he mean? What do you mean, Antoine Films? And why are you recording me in your picture? Look at him. He's like, gotcha. You're on candid camera. Xavier, is Hardball considered a black movie? Because I think it is. Well, Keanu Reeves is the lead of the movie, but everything surrounding it.
I don't know, brother. It's still a black film. No, I thought you were going to say because Keanu is the lead. No, I'll say it's.
Yeah, the environment is in what was the neighborhood? The Kakumba's neighborhood. Yeah, I give it. I would say so.
I haven't seen Hardball in a while.
I was watching Marcus and Josh talking about the Hardball plot on the weekend.
I might have to watch that one. I haven't seen it in a minute. I remember when G-Baby died. Oh, man. The first time.
It was Jamal's fault because Jamal was part of the Michael B. Jordan's character. He was part of the baseball team. Then they said, no, sorry. Look, it says that your birthday was
Michael B. Jordan's in Hardball?
Yeah, he was in it for a little bit, but he got kicked off the team because he was too old for the team and he couldn't register. So the day G-Baby dies, you see Kofi and G-Baby, they're walking back to the neighborhood, and then they want to get to the building. And they're like, nah, you can't come. And then they look over and they're like, Jamal, what's up? And Jamal was like, mm-mm. So we're like, well, what's going on? What's going on in the building? So they went around to the back. And that's when G-Baby got shot because I think that was his initiation or something like Jamal was supposed to do on that day. But Jamal is the reason. Michael B. Jordan's character is why G-Baby got shot because of that day. He should have head nodded. He should have been like, oh, you guys are my friends. You keep back, stay away, go over there. We're only going to need 10 minutes. He could have helped them, but that's why G-Baby's dead.
Sammy's in Hardball too, isn't he?
Yeah, Sammy Sosa was like, mwah, into all the kids.
No, not Sammy Sosa. Maybe I'm mixing him up with somebody
was black
else.
Last I checked. I Googled him once. I think he's born in Lebanon. But I don't consider... I know people will say it's... Never mind. I don't want to do the genetic stuff. I'll say no to that one. Oh, the soundtrack? The Strike One, Caught You by Surprise. That's Sammy?
Is that Sammy? That's not what I was talking about, but that might be Sammy. I don't know why I'm...
You're Googling it, I can see. Let me
I'm
share
looking, but...
Oh, dude from All That.
Yes, dude from All That.
The taxi driver skit was hilarious.
Dude from All That. He was on that HBO Max deal about them all on All That getting touched. Yeah.
Nickelodeon. Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, he was on that. Yeah, Hardball. Haven't seen this in forever, but Hardball.
It's worth revisiting.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch Hardball.
I heard Michael B say that we're all in the same group chat, so I want to see what that's like. I can't because I wasn't in the movie, but I would like to know.
I didn't know. Damn, that is Michael B. I didn't know Steelo was in it. I ain't seen this motherfucker since Ridiculousness. Who does he play? He's one of the kids on the team.
I reckon, because what is he now, 40?
Who is he on the team?
Everyone who's you're gonna pull up who's black was on the team.
I know, but I'm like trying to figure out.
Jefferson Albert Tips. Yeah, that dude. And then one day he had asthma on the last game, and the other coach said, "You can't sub in that. Oh, you're gonna sub in G baby. Never mind." Yeah, this was the team. A lot of these guys didn't have lines like that, though. I think
Steelo must not have had lines. I don't even see him in here. None of these kids resemble him today.
The one in the middle with the glasses, he was bad in school. He was bad to the teacher. Oh, the one on the right side, I think he was the pitcher. I love when you call me Big Papa. Professor says the kid with the fro. What do you mean? Like, was there a variety of hairstyles on this? What do you mean?
I've changed my Halloween costume too. I don't know why. I just randomly thought about that. I guess I thought about it because I saw Josh's tweet with his Dr. Doom helmet. But I'm gonna be Mr. Terrific. And when I do Halloween, I do Halloween. Like, I'm not like go to Party Galaxy and pick. And no, I'm not doing that shit. Go to Party Galaxy and pick up no. I do Halloween. Photographer, makeup, all that.
Ooh, makeup. So you're gonna get the black ink, and what you gonna do with the black ink? Tell me, Darius, what you gonna do?
I'm not doing that, but
you got the black jacket. You got the fair play.
the look for sure. Now I'm debating. Like? I'm debating if I'm kind of debating if I'm going to do it, because that means I would have to shave, and I'm not trying to shave. Now I could be like an alternate Mr. Terrific or something like that, but
yeah, you're still Darius, because you know why? Because the thing like above his neck, what is it? But it's such a signifier that it's Mr. Terrific. You know, the thing that you're going to be doing above the neck is very terrific-y. What's that thing that he has? It makes him stand out. That you're gonna draw. What is it?
Thing above his neck.
Yeah, just above the neck.
I feel like you're trying to be funny. I'm not getting baited in. There's nothing above his neck. I refuse.
What's the shield that protects him from any psychic intervention? What does he apply? Oh, what is it?
I refuse.
I got Stark on my side. Yes.
No, brother Stark, don't encourage that.
Put the T on the face. Put the T on the face.
Don't encourage that. I hate that.
Oh,
makes my skin crawl. Wait, the little fat little boy with the fro is Sterling? I just saw the trailer. The trailer's playing. It's a little chunky little.
I see.
It's a little fat little boy with Sterling.
Inspired by a true story? Really? Well, this is a true story all around the world, honestly. All around America, I should say. Chicago specifically. Oh, yeah, he had a betting problem, remember? Why the hell did they put him slapping his butt in the trailer like that's something we advertise?
Because
I heard they went to a pizza party
back in the 90s, or what was this, early 2000s.
I like that scene because they laughed. Yeah, way to use your head. And it was like, oh, that's positive reinforcement. Hey, like he got them to actually joke around with it. That happens though. That actually is a thing. Like that's how I, at least when I was younger and on the friend group that I was around, it would be that type of, I think, breaking your balls or busting your balls, kind of like,
Yeah.
hard to
said,
do.
you guys know I coached basketball. My last group that I coached, we were a team from I started that team. They were 6th graders. We went all the way to their senior years. Yeah. So we were a team for 6 years. That was my last group, but I had groups going at the same time. They were my youngest group. So let's put it that way. They were my youngest group. So they were my last that I was with to graduate. And so their group, though, obviously, not every group is the same. And even on my older groups, some parents weren't involved. But on this particular team, I had 2 parents that were involved. And I had 10 boys. So I was doing a lot of the picking up and dropping off. I had 2 of my boys, which is going to sound crazy when I say this, and I look back on it. It is crazy. I would never do this today, but I had 2 of my boys that lived in Kansas, and I was going every weekend to pick them up from Kansas and bringing them to Oklahoma for practices
And that's
and
when you listen
games.
to the Star Wars radio.
Right? No, you're not lying. And so being around the boys like that all the time, yeah, they were always busting each other's balls. They were always like somebody was always getting clowned. I mean, all of them obviously were all black boys, just like on this team too. So when we would travel to Vegas or travel to Texas or Indianapolis or Colorado, wherever the fuck we'd be for that weekend, if we weren't playing in state, it was me, all of them, because now the 2 parents, they typically didn't come out of state with us. They would do the in-state games, but not the out-of-state games. And crazy or not, some of the parents would send their boys with like $20 on a weekend, bro. Like, what is your kid getting with $20? So it's like then me paying for the boys to eat and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. But on those long trips, I have so many Snapchat videos in my memories, but on those long trips, it would be me sometimes having to either pull over because stuff would get too heated, because, somebody's getting their feelings hurt or something like that. Or me having to tell them, nobody say another motherfucking word till we get to the gym. I would always get so I had a friend that worked for Hertz. So she would hook me up with a Suburban. I still had to pay for it, but it was her rate, which was a blessing. Oh my God, a blessing. Because we would have to, like, when we went to Colorado, we actually wrecked. Not my fault. A diesel. To this day, like, I've always been terrified of diesels because of Final Destination and the highway scene and the logs and stuff like that. So I avoid that shit. So this is like heightened my fear of diesels. Like, I will steer clear of them on the highway, but it had like clipped us and like fucked up the front of the car, but sent us into this ditch. Everybody was okay, but we couldn't, because again, it was just me and the boys. The parents aren't there. This was a tournament in Colorado, which is obviously 10 hours away from us. When we get there, we have an hour till game time. We're still about 30 minutes away from where we need to play. Finally get to the gym after dealing with the police and everything like that and getting the boys safe and then getting us a ride to the gym. Get to the gym. Atmosphere is different in Colorado. So like maybe 2 minutes in, my point guards come over to me like, I got to come out. And I'm like, what do you mean you got to come out? He's like, I can't breathe. And I'm like, oh yeah, the elevation is different here. So like, that was just a trip from hell, bro. We didn't get a rent-a-car because it was just me there. And I didn't have a credit card. I have my debit card. I have a credit card. You have to have a credit card to rent a car from a place like that. So had to find a friend that had a friend that lived there that was willing and trusted me enough to get me a car that was 2 hours away in Springfield or whatever. I had to get that car, call all their parents, tell them, hey, we're not coming back Sunday. We won't be back in Oklahoma till Wednesday. Oh my God, that was a trip from hell. But when I see movies like this and stuff, it reminds me, like, I regret some things like my time and things like that, but at the end of the day, like some of those bonds with those kids and memories, like, you just don't get some of that shit back.
Word. I almost want to play that super chat one more time. I will.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, well, I need a dollar.
Thank you to coming to $2 For Michael Nemo, he said Terry Sloan or Michael Hall. Darius, which one of these Mr. Terrifics is you gonna dress it up as?
The
One on the left, or the masked one, or the other one, the one with the
definitely left. Terrific.
Yeah.
But again, I like to be accurate, and I don't have the facial hair and stuff.
Yeah. Make sure the T is nice and thick on the face.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you hearing yourself when you say that?
That one I said on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's. I don't like those. Those make my skin crawl.
Michael, why was that even a question though? I never for a minute thought he was. He's just trying to remind us that he's older than us. Oh, there was two, huh? It's a race swap. All right. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, I was gonna get the whole like fake, because there's no way for me to get grow a high top by October. So I was going to get like the fake high top, like Eddie Gathetti's, and I was really gonna do that shit. I still want to. I'm just thinking about it because the facial hair. I just don't want it to fuck up my. And I have a friend like Henry. Henry does all that Photoshop stuff. He can make me look like, I got the little spheres and.
Oh, he can do that. Oh, so
Yeah.
let him give you the hair too. I really think that jacket and the tee. I'm not being funny. I actually mean it. Just that and that, you're fine. You don't have to shave your beard. You don't got to grow your hairline or anything. Just leave it the way that it is. Don't go. No, you don't have to go all out. But as you told me earlier, that's your thing. You dress up. What were you last October? What was
I
the last
have
picture?
missed. I missed, but I can show you. I think I've shown this before, but I can show you when I dressed up as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah, this one was probably one of my damn favorites that I've done.
Tell me when you want to share.
You can share it. Oops. Sorry. Oops.
Hey, that's too woke. This is YouTube.
My fault. This was probably one of my favorite ones. Like this one was fun.
Doc, the photo shoots is what puts you into the character. Yes.
Yeah, this one was fun. I had a good time on this one.
Well, did you come down some steps too?
There were no steps, but we did the whole dancing thing. Yeah. There were no steps, but we did the whole dancing thing. Yeah, so when I do Halloween, I like to I do Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so. So yeah, if I do that Mr. Terrific, it's got to be done right.
I have faith in you, but you gotta like do the scenes. You gotta do the voice also. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the voice. I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, you gotta definitely have that. Now, what's the photo that you take? The one where you're in a chair and you look back to Lois Lane like, I'm not interested in hearing about your relationship right now. You gotta give him that face.
I don't know. I was gonna look up some like comic ones that he's like, some poses and do some of those. It's a tie though right now, because I was going to be Kang last year, but they didn't have the costume ready, and I was like, they're like, well, have it by next October, and I was like, oh, I'll wait because I can't not. And then I was going to do Voodoo, but I couldn't pull it all together. Like I wish I could show you right now. I have the staff I made, bro. His staff, that shit looks like that could be in like a CW series or something. I did the shit on that staff. Like that staff is dope, but I couldn't pull the rest of it together to be Voodoo. I got the wig, the dreads and everything. I ordered this whole nice ass dread wig, and it was the outfit itself that was difficult, not the whole, like he's really just in a black. If you just do like the black onesie type of muscle suit with like it's the sash I couldn't pull off, and then yeah.
People like Brother Voodoo. People like the newest one that happened in the Storm book. Check that out. It's not even a year old, but that outfit, if you can mimic that, you get points.
I gotta check it out. That's a good one.
I am. What's going on? He says, "Will we get Little Mermaid 2 ever?" Halle Bailey, right?
I doubt it.
How much did it make? Probably not.
It didn't make a bill, did it?
No, it didn't.
No, I think it made like 5 something, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm on the website now. Little Mermaid 2023. It grossed $569
I thought so
worldwide.
because it was a big deal that it only grossed 5 something. I remember that. That wasn't profitable for them, I don't believe.
Well, merchandising, so they probably did make it back.
That's true.
But yeah, through the theatrical box office, that was an expensive movie, well marketed. They got the May spot, and when you only bring back 569, which is a lot of money, you probably didn't make enough. But still, it's content. It'll be watched on Disney Plus. It was worth it, I think. I wouldn't call this a bomb,
Yeah. As far as I would, maybe not a bomb money wise, but a bomb accepting. Expectation, because I was one that was excited for this personally, just because I love the animation. I think when we were doing the tier list the other day, we put it S, did we not? We put Little Mermaid S. Yes, because I mean it's one of those perfect Disney films. When I saw this, I didn't enjoy it like I thought I would. I don't like some of the things they do live action, like how they made Stitch look live action. Why didn't they make Flounder look that way? I was watching somebody just destroy in a YouTube reaction that Little Mermaid, and when they got to that Flounder, oof.
In 2019, Aladdin grossed $1 billion. You saw that Lilo and Stitch has reached $1 billion. Live action of Moana.
Lion King did $1 billion. Live action Moana doesn't come out till next summer.
I don't know why I thought it was. I think because the cartoon, right? But Lion King, yes, you're right. That did the first one grossed $1 billion, and it's $1.6 billion, right?
But that was kind of expected. I mean, you remember that trailer on Thanksgiving Day? It was the trailer for the Lion King was the opening of Lion King, and it's not spoiling anything. Obviously, we all know that, and it was beautiful. Like, I remember watching that the first time, like, holy shit. I was like, this is going to be so good. Leave your fucking kids at home. This is not for them. And then I sat down.
So here's Beauty and the Beast from 2017 with Emma Watson, Hermione. She got $1 billion. So when you compare Little Mermaid to some of those...
Damn, Beauty and the Beast got a bill too?
You know how popular Emma Watson is?
So most of their live action films have gotten a bill outside of Mufasa, Snow White.
All right, Mufasa did 800. Yeah, 722, I guess.
What did Jungle Book do? What the first one, Jungle Book? What did it do?
The Favreau one, right?
Yeah,
the one that got things started, 2016. 967, just a bit outside.
To me, that's the best one. That one's so damn good.
Cinderella.
You know, that's one I didn't watch.
Me either.
The 2015 one, I didn't watch it.
That was also 542. And the budget was 95 million. The budget was 95 million. So that's actually a good number.
Not my Cinderella. Still Brandy for me. That's the best live action Cinderella. When you got Whitney Houston coming in as the fairy godmother, what more do you need?
Was that a TV movie? Will that appear on this website?
Was it a TV movie? It might have been. It was back in the 90s. Was it 90s? Shit. Might have been early 90s. Yeah, it was 90s. It was 90s. That's when Brandy was popping.
I don't see it here.
So it might not be that. It might not be a theatrical film. Have you not seen the Brandy Cinderella?
I saw it once when I was younger, and I said, "Oh, look, it's her Moesha, it's Brandy, cool." I watched it. I was younger. I enjoyed it, and that's it.
Yeah. I was talking
we
with
are not
somebody
on topic today. We are just, I think
we are not
talking about Hardball though. That was fun, and I'm definitely revisiting that thing.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely rewatching Hardball. Haven't seen it in a while, so I'm definitely rewatching that.
Mm.
We do have a super though.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Thank you again to I'm Too Fly, $5. I know it's silly, but until they announce T'Challa Black Panther, I won't be giving Marvel a dime. Who says that's silly?
That's not silly.
Hope everyone enjoys Fantastic Four, though. Captain America 4 was set up to fail.
Yeah, no, that's not silly. That's not silly at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it silly. I would say that the message probably isn't registering like, oh, why isn't our brand new movie about Fantastic Four not making money? It's because of T'Challa. I don't think that's what they'll read. I think if Wakanda Forever makes less money, they'll go, it's because of T'Challa. I think if Eyes of Wakanda gets no viewership, they can go, it's because of T'Challa. But I don't think that the first or the second or third or fifth message that they receive when Fantastic Four comes in poorly, if it comes in poorly, they'll go, we should have T'Challa back. But the overall, if their movies aren't making money, they'll be like, what do we got to do? We got to make sure Black Panther doesn't fail. Okay, T'Challa. But if they're rich and they're making money and then they can be more risky and more stupid with it, they'll use the T'Child. I just want to enforce though, like it's not silly to say what you just said right there. I get it.
I get it.
I encourage boycotting. Sorry to cut you off. I want to get all my thoughts off. Boycotting is the only way that you can send a message to businesses, countries, politicians. It's fun to march. It's fun to organize these sorts of like recast T'Challa trending days. That's cool, but that's for getting awareness out. When it comes to getting a message across, the boycott is where we are now. Request T'Challa is dead. We tried. We did everything right. Lots of us didn't focus on hating on Shuri. We did everything right with when it comes to the messaging. They still decided to go the path that they wanted to go with. They gave you T'Child, and it feels like they're going to go in that direction. Now, what we got to do is say no T'Challa, no dollar. Darius?
I agree. You said it all. I don't think it's silly at all. I said what I said yesterday. Like I said, invested since 2008, so I want to see some of these characters and stories told out. But after Secret Wars, if I sense or get a sense that within that Doomsday and Secret Wars time, there's a direction that they are not going with T'Challa, toodles.
There was a funny tweet yesterday where Screen Rant was talking about Damson Idris saying yes, and yes, no.
I saw this. I saw this, and I wanted to engage, but then I said, I don't have the energy today.
What's y'all's problem with Shuri being Black Panther besides her being a woman?
This is the first time I've seen that since forever, so kind of made me a liar.
Mine was replacing the top melanated hero in the history of comics doesn't get a pass. It is racially regressive to prolong his absence. The problem isn't who the substitute is. The problem is he's being substituted. That's why we get verified check marks, ladies and gentlemen, so we can be top comment.
How much do you pay for that check?
Holy, it was on sale for Black Friday, and if it's on sale next Black Friday and my thing expires, I'm paying for that again.
It was on sale. What? Elon doing Black Friday sales?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Oh, I got my check on sale.
This one says her being not T'Challa. I love that.
Yeah, he's got quite a few. Who is that?
His name's Prodigy. He's a YouTuber too, eh?
Oh, he doesn't have a lot of followers or anything like that. But yeah, you should.
Did we just make a friend?
Did we just make a connection with someone? Well, we don't know. We have to build that bridge. We have to see if he wants to cross first. He might be like, "Fuck you, niggas."
Well, I think he's look. He pays for a Twitter, so he's financially stable, right?
That doesn't mean he ain't gonna be like, "Fuck you, niggas." Like what? He might be like, "Hell no, I'll work alone."
That's his voice.
It might be.
You practice for Mr. T, for Mr. Terrific. If I type in his name in YouTube and nothing pops up, I guess I gotta go Prodigy channel. No results found. Did I spell it wrong? What the fuck? It says no results found for Prodigy. That's strange.
Does he not have a link in his bio?
Oh yeah, he's a bad Twitter person. Then yeah, he doesn't have a link in the bio.
You know,
Maybe
Superman opened to a 90 something, 95, 96%. Fantastic Four is opening with an 88. 88% is what it's open with. The review embargo has lifted. The critics are speaking. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I typically don't give a good goddamn when the critics speak. I'm more so looking at when the audience speaks, the audience score. Things like that. You know. You know, I've been practicing my Kratos voice. Not Greek mythology Kratos, but Norse mythology Kratos. When they changed his voice. Have you seen him at the award show at the what's the gaming award show?
He said, "Read it, boy."
Yeah, I mean, he was like, "Read it, boy. Read it, boy. Read it, boy." I'm gonna perfect that shit. I'm gonna walk around talking like Kratos. Put it in the bag. Read it, boy. Tell me that doesn't sound like him. I sound like him.
Yeah, he did good. On a scale of 1 to 10, chat, how did he do?
Scale of 1 to 10. That was. I might be missing the toast, but I'm pretty cray. I'm there right now.
Score is out for Fantastic Four. Thank you for the heads up. Professor's laughing at you.
I'm trying.
I wanted 1 to 10. They gave us nothing but that.
I'm a perfect it. Let's get into the F4. Oh no, we didn't get into Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy Olsen.
Really quick here. We can get into Jimmy. Pull that one up, and then. So, like, Mr. Terrific is something that we know. He said 7.5. Hey, I'll take it. Mr. Terrific is something that we know. 6. Damn, Andre.
That we actually played D-Mob on Def Jam Vendetta. Oh, that was the same guy?
Oh, really? We're going to anyway, Mr. Terrific, the series may not happen. We don't know. You know, it's rumors. We saw a video yesterday of James Gunn kind of scuffing. We don't know if that was just at the idea of leak culture itself. And he's like, oh, I wanted to be the one to put that out. We don't know. But anyway, we got some details here on Jimmy Olsen's series, which I don't think is necessary. But this is what, and after this, it really isn't necessary to me. But this is in that crazy realm of things that James Gunn seems like he'd want to do. It says Jimmy Olsen series is reportedly a crime anthology centered on various DC villains with Skylar, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, as the host. I don't think a Jimmy series is necessary, especially, I mean, I don't know. Could it be fun with various DC villains? Did I like him as Jimmy? Yes. Could it be fun with, you know, crazy DC villains that we have not seen on screen before? Like, you could do some really crazy, there's some crazy villains in DC. You could do some ones that, you know, he is in Metropolis. So, I mean, it's not like the villains don't travel to different cities anyway. So you could do a lot of different villains and have him at the center. But could that be, I mean... What are we watching Jimmy just because he's a reporter. He's not a.
So have him report. Let's think out of the box right now, Darius. A series doesn't need to be a weekly linear thing. It could be right before the Supergirl movie. Watch an episode of Jimmy Olsen, and it's coming out a month before the Supergirl movie, and he just talks about villains. And one of the villains he talks and reports about is the one that's going to be in Woman of Tomorrow, Supergirl.
So you're telling me,
Batman movie, same thing. Jimmy Olsen's reading off the Gotham villains, and he gives like a spotlight of 10 minutes on this one villain who's going to be in Batman.
So what you're saying is a class, a Zoom class, because I'd be watching this on TV or whatever.
Something like
a
that.
Zoom class of the actor Skylar as Jimmy telling me about Lobo. in Woman of Tomorrow for 10 minutes.
You ever see that in canon Christopher Nolan shot an in canon Harvey Dent interview where he was on a talk show? Remember that?
I don't.
I'll play it.
Oh, Harvey Dent is in that shit.
Yeah, Harvey Dent was part of that Dark Knight, and it's just like a 10-minute segment where he's on a talk show talking to a guy, and they're like, well, how are you going to solve crime here? You know, what's going to change? And then he's talking about the economy and this and that. It was such a weird in canon, but enjoyable, like they take it that serious DVD extra.
I mean, sure. Could I tell you that I would be really, I mean, I guess I would have to see a trailer, and could it be comedic, and would it strike me, my comedic tones, and maybe want to watch it? Maybe. I don't know. I found him funny in Superman. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. That just sounds, again, like a YouTube video. Get to know Lobo in 5 minutes. So it's a monthly YouTube video on HBO Max.
It was called Gotham Tonight, and it's this.
District Attorney Harvey Dent, who has graciously taken time out of his busy schedule to not only answer my questions, but yours as well. So let's start, shall we?
Why don't we start with the question that you posed in your opening, Mike? Am I an advocate for Gotham or just a publicity hound?
See that?
That wasn't exactly how I put it. But
If I was after headlines, Mike, I would do more press, wouldn't I?
So basically, it was 5 minutes long, and Warner Brothers might strike us now that I think of it.
Well, what I will do is reopen the investigation into Crane's whereabouts. If Crane is dead, like the authorities say, then we need to find a body. I don't think.
And so basically, he's just, is a shining example of what it is. And then something actually happens in the middle of the interview, and he's like, I'm going to go deal with that right now. And right after this phone, and someone calls in, and he's talking to people, and he's like, I know you're concerned living on the east side. And it was very real,
That makes your job impossible. And to be honest with you, Officer Palmer, I feel a lot safer knowing that someone like yourself, whose name hasn't shown up in a file on my desk, is out there on the streets protecting me. You're a good cop.
Albert Rossi and
He was talking on the phone to Officer Palmer, I guess. That kind of stuff, if we can, just to feel like it's a lived-in world, get Jimmy Olsen to do the same thing. Yeah, hey, I'm on the Nightcap News, and we just want to inform you guys because it's a scary world out there. We all had that kaiju, and here's what we were able to figure out, that thing grew day by day, and it was its DNA is traced back to the lab at LexCorp, and that's going to be adding to his stint in jail because this and that. And if you can give me that, talk about what's going on with Flash, talk about the Dakota verse. You don't even have to say Static is alive or not around. Just talk about the city of Dakota and build the rest of the world. Fans like me will eat that up. It doesn't got to be a 1 hour show. It could just be a little report. And it could be right before a movie. And then he'll talk about Lobo. Lobo's someone who's visited our planet. His last stint was in Russia, and he drank, and it was crazy. And he can just make us interested in oh, that's what this, all right, good to know, and he gets some footage of him looking at the camera. Get out of my face, something like in world. That's what I want. I don't want a Jimmy Olsen TV show. I don't want to go the ups and downs of him. Oh, I got to catch the elevator. Jimmy Olsen. Don't give me that. Give me an actual creative, out of the box story, James Gunn.
I guess I'd have to see it because right now I'm having what's the word? What is it? Get over and sit down. I'm having
reservations?
No, it's not reservations. It's like insanity. The definition of insanity when you do the same thing over and over and over again, and with gaining the same results. I feel like again we've done. It's just this. We continue to do these dances as if they're going to be different with different studios. We did this with Marvel, and we're literally sitting in that stink right now. We've done it with Sony. And I guess now James is going to do it with DC. And again, I don't understand the dance because no one ever buys tickets to these dances ever. This dance is so played out. No one wants to do this. It's again, lesser characters getting spotlights over the character as to the reason why this character is even there. I don't mind like a secondary character having a spotlight or something like that. But this, even in your example, I know that's something you would eat up, and I'm not knocking, another person's but to me, that would be one that I'd never watch. I'd never know anything about it. Unless I get on here with someone like you or see something on Twitter, I'd never know anything about it because I wouldn't tune into it because, again, I'm sick of this dance. We've done it too many times.
Yeah. It's continuing it. It's not that he's going to do it. He's going to continue doing it. Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, Clayface. Dog, that's 3 who are outside of your top 10. Outside of your top 20. Can we use some more top 20 characters? Can Nightwing get something? Teen Titans? Please give me something with not just Supergirl. Supergirl's fine. Supergirl, I'd do something more higher profile than Supergirl, but she's not a bum. The people they're using and thinking about, Booster Gold, yeah. I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's like we talked about yesterday. It's crazy. But now you said you didn't like that. Well, you didn't say you didn't like it. You said it was too late. I liked the video that the DC posted today about James Gunn going to be doing a podcast. Typically, I don't like that James Gunn talks as much as he does, but if you want to talk, do it in this type of form and tell us like the canon, the stuff that's going to be canon and stuff that's Easter eggs and stuff that we need to be paying attention to in the DCU.
Funny. The first thing on my page, Discussing Film, says that James Gunn, when asked if Black Adam and Shazam, Fury of the Gods, are DC canon, they're not canon. I hate it. Shut up.
I saw this.
What's the context?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder, because they did the same thing with Kevin Feige in the Miles Morales quote, where they said Marvel told to stay away, and that's not actually what they were told. So I'm wondering, because after just sitting down with Josh when he sat down on the Happy Sad Confused podcast day before yesterday, he kind of threw a little shade, just a little bit, but he didn't really. So maybe there is bad blood. Hell, I don't know.
When the Rock go.
Well, I thought he said that. I thought he said he's lied, but I thought The Rock and him both said it was a peaceful conversation, a mutual meeting, and that The Rock could show back up as Black Adam in the DCEU, like multiversal stuff. But that's when they were talking about Crisis. From my understanding, James said he's not building to Crisis. James said he said in order to know what event they are building to, we have to watch Peacemaker season 2. And what a way to plug Peacemaker season 2, because I was nowhere at all watching that shit, and now I am.
The Rock was sitting next to Kevin Hart, and Kevin asked that, and that's when he said, in sports there's the new GM who comes in, and that's what that was. That was what we were going through. That's why Black Adam isn't continuing. What he said is actually more true than James Gunn's is, because James Gunn was telling a timeline as if he was telling a weird timeline. Like, I know what happened. I saw Black Adam, the movie. I saw Henry Cavill say I'm back, and then I saw that you were hired for DC Studios, and you said you wanted to do a brand new DC Studios. That's how it played out. Don't pin something on The Rock. Pin it on David Zaslav, who told The Rock and told Henry Cavill we're going to continue, make the post-credit scene. Zaslav didn't know what he was doing, and nor should he. He's not a big, comic book guy, and I understand why he would do that. Yeah, go make Superman go, and then, oh, you know what? I'm going to hire an expert, and then just listening to the experts, James Gunn. I get it.
But the way that James talks about the whole ordeal, he wants to make the audience and us believe that there was no meeting with Zaslav. That never happened.
Strange, right?
It is. As if the internet doesn't have receipts to things.
I'm actually actively looking for these receipts right now. Not important. Don't worry about it. Just take our word for it, bro. Kevin Hart, The Rock, they had the interview. The Rock tried to.
Everybody remembers that time.
Hmm.
You guys got to remember that time. Like, that was a crazy time. The Rock was on. That was when we were actively looking at The Rock's tweets every day because he was nonstop. I was calling it a coup, and I still call it a coup. But actively trying to take over DC. The hierarchy of the DC is about to change. I mean, come on, we all remember that time.
He's a good casting for Black Adam.
He is. I liked Black Adam. It was fun. It was a good action movie for that summer. It really was. It was fun. You take out that child, you got a banger. That kid didn't need to be there.
It should have been Mina Masood.
Should have been no kid. He was the MacGuffin.
Let's read this. Peacemaker Season 2 exclusive look at James Gunn's next step in the DCU after Superman.
That's a good one. I just recognize in chat here, D Sizzle said he could be Gladiator and Marvel, given that mohawk purple skin. I could see that. I could definitely see him as Gladiator. I could see it.
I do too. What's the most he sat in a makeup chair for a movie? Hair and makeup chair, we'll call it, to emphasize my point.
I would say none. What has he done in anything like that? He hasn't been anything like that. I mean, if it's taken, I'm not saying it would take Gladiator this long, but Rebecca Romaine just said it takes her 7 hours for Doomsday to get into the Mystique makeup. Is she gonna be? She's not gonna be naked.
Yeah, she will. It's gonna be hand carved blue skin.
She's not gonna be naked. Not for Disney. She's not.
What Silver Surfer female naked?
Yeah, but if she is, I'll be very shocked. I'm expecting her to have the white dress, like comics, because I believe they're all going to have their comic accurate uniforms.
That white dress is going to rip during the fight, and you'll see something.
I'd be shocked.
Den of Geek. A lot has changed in the 3 years since John Cena has last donned a silly silver helmet to play the hapless hero Peacemaker. When you start like that, I don't read every single word that you have. I'm just looking for the headlines. Okay, not so. James Gunn tells Den of Geek in no uncertain terms, they're not canon. I hate it. He fumes. Such headaches are to be expected when recreating an entire cinematic universe. What's less expected, however, is the guy who Gunn's counting on to sort it out. Gunn doesn't enlist the help of the Man of Steel, but rather the guy whose series has its second season premiere just weeks after Superman flies into theaters. That guy is Peacemaker. Man who loves peace so much, he's willing to fight for it. There are certain things from the old universe that we refer to in Peacemaker 2, but until then, they're not canon. Almost everything from season 1 is canon, but season 2 will explain everything that is or is not canon. That is such a good plug to make me watch the show. When he says almost everything season 1, you told me last time that end scene, he meets the Justice League, and that's not canon.
Yeah.
A lot of importance to put on a perennial Z-lister created by Joe Gill and Pat Boyette. Christopher Smith. Peacemaker made his debut in 1966, Fightin' 5, issue 40, a war comic published by the now defunct Charlton Comics. When DC acquired the Charlton character in 1983, they gave Peacemaker another shot with an 88 solo series and a handful of guest appearances before killing him off panel in 1993. Resurrected and reimagined Chris Smith briefly popped up in 2009 and then disappeared again. James Gunn's favorite. He's like, who's this unknown? Oh my God, I gotta put him in a movie. And that's why he was in Suicide Squad. Things are changing, blah, blah, blah. Let me find another quote. I'm just looking for quotations.
So he's not saying was he taken out of context? He hates that it's not canon, or he hates those films? Because I can't imagine he's going to come out and say, "Oh, I hate those films."
There are certain things. Oh wait, I got to read the question. Okay. Like any massive shift, the reboot of DC raises a lot of questions about what is and isn't canon. But Peacemaker co-stars Stephen Agee, Jennifer Holland reprised their roles as agents John Economos and Emily Harcourt in 2002's Black Adam and to ensure Shazam Fury of the Gods. So those movies count, right? Not so. James Gunn tells Den of Geeks in no certain terms. They're not canon. I hate it.
Okay.
Those movies count, right? They're not canon.
Okay, I'm going from what. Okay, so I'm going off what he said here at the top. If he's saying that those two characters are characters that are in Peacemaker that were both in Black Adam and in Shazam, I think he's saying they're not canon and he hates that they're not. Those characters, not the movies.
Fine, yeah.
I think it's taken out of context, and some people are just trying to catch James, and I actually really hate that. I'm not like a James Gunn hater or anything like that. I like James. I think the unnecessary, obviously it's to be expected. The just trying to catch him in anything right now, it's really annoying. And I'm not saying that that's what they were trying to do, but I also think that's very kind of irresponsible journalism there that you're doing when you're reposting that, and then you're posting that he just said he hates it, because you're making it as if I'm just a casual reader that doesn't go past the headline. Yeah. I'm thinking he said, "Oh, he hates Black Adam and he hates Shazam. Oh my God, the theories are real. He hates Henry Cavill." Like, it's just unnecessary chatter drama online.
Totally. Gunn got no pushback when he offered scene of the part. I found that uniformly, people dream of being a superhero, Gunn says. There's never been a person that I've dealt with who was extraordinarily excited about their costume, not extraordinarily excited about their costume. Whether dealing with Rocket Raccoon or Superman or Peacemaker, I start with the question, what if these characters were real? What would bring them to the place where they are today? Superman is an alien from outer space who wants kids and people to like him. That's why he wears the suit. Peacemaker wants to be cool and instill fear in people, but he's kind of an idiot. Peacemaker might still instill fear because he looks like John Cena, but I don't think that costume's instilling fear in anyone. When he eliminates his friends and mentor Rick Flag in a quest for peace, Chris realizes that his definition of peace has been vague and fragmented and flawed, Cena acknowledges. Audiences can take away whatever they want. Cena sees these revelations as the character's main appeal. Chris has regrets about what he did to Rick Flag. Don't care. I don't think there is anything more because Discussing Film would have quoted more in their tweet.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch James in this like whirlwind of BS drama. He might be a liar, and he might get. And when I say a liar, I use that term loosely because he is a filmmaker that is trying to keep certain things confidential for his film, and he might be too wanting to be in the center spotlight for me personally, for my liking. But I like James Gunn. And I trust his hands with DC. I like how comic book he's talking about everything. I mean, when you're talking about Gorilla Grodd, I like that. Like, Josh from Den of Nerds posted on his Twitter today a comic panel, says that, I hope we get some of these comic booky things. And with James Gunn, I absolutely believe you do. Like, he's talking about Batmite and the imps and things that we might be seeing, some of the imps that might show up in Peacemaker. Like, I like that. Like, I'm not I'm not fond of him wanting to do like a Batmite movie like he wants to do, but Batmite showing up in like Peacemaker or something like that, like, that's world building. That's fine. I like that because it's very comic booky. So I like James. I think he's kind of got this whole thing kind of figured out and what he wants to do with it. People are going to hate. I saw, people saying, well, you do know the weekend Superman came out, which is true. I mean, numbers don't lie. Man of Steel grossed in numbers as well because it got so much more watch time. It did. It went up in percentage and watch time the same weekend of Superman. So yeah, you're gonna have people that but can we just enjoy it all? Can I not like Man of Steel and like James Gunn Superman?
I do.
I do. So like, I'm just having fun. All right, that's DC. Let's get into the first family and
Oh
how
my
excited.
God. Okay. I'll just tell you what happened without telling you. I saw a spoiler for Fantastic Four on my homepage on Twitter from a guy tweeting.
Post credit scene?
Yeah, the guy just said,
Send it to me.
Post credit
You
scene.
know, I don't care. I want to make sure the rumors are correct.
Okay, here. Very, very riveting streaming right now, but that was what I saw from 42 seconds ago.
You know, I don't give a damn.
Morning report, Fantastic Four.
Aha.
Yeah,
All right. So it does confirm it.
Is that Pedro?
No, that's Michael Giacchino.
Who's Michael Giacchino?
The wrote the score for it.
The composer.
Yes, composer. Thank you. I think that shit is catchy. I really like the theme song. I've liked it ever since the very first trailer they've shown. The choir at the end.
I can hear the words Fantastic Four.
Pedro even sung that part like in an interview. He was like, fantastic. Like I was watching and I sent those to you too. I was watching them on Kimmel last night. They got interviewed by Nightcrawler. I forget his name.
Cummings.
Yes, Alan Cummings. And they talked about that leak he gave. And Pedro asked him, he's like, did you get in trouble for that? And he was like, my publicist definitely called. It's funny. And then he asked him, he's like, but Pedro, on television right now, Scott's Honor, he was like, have you and I done a scene together? And Pedro was like, Alan, no, he said, have you and I ever fought? He said, Alan and I have never fought. Yeah. But it's funny because before he answered it, the thing, Iban said, bro, be careful. It's just funny how they tiptoe and they all know. Vanessa looked like she didn't give a damn. She did not want to be there. I know she's pregnant, so I don't know if she was like just like tired and pregnancy, but she wanted to be there at all.
Kimmel, they do those live at midnight at 9 Pacific.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's not here. Kimmel's not on. He's on vacation, so he's had guest co-host for the last 4 weeks. I've hated it, so I haven't been watching. I watched last night because of Fantastic Four.
So what am I looking at? A drone?
It is like a drone show. It's just more of the same advertisement that they are really trying. They're really boosting up the advertisement. And then the song, the Baxter Building, the car, the drones doing the Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Female Silver Surfer. Nice.
You know what? I didn't send this one either. I want to send this to you. This I was very shocked to see. Now, we've been seeing a lot of positive word out there for the Fantastic Four. Where is it? Did I save that? Come on, tell me I saved that.
Hey, that was cool. The four dynamiting up and basically doing what the Human Torch does when he flies around. Nice.
Yes.
Four in the sky.
Yes.
But when you call this marketing, the only people who've seen this are the 300, 400 people outside looking up. They'll put it on their phone. They'll share it with however many fans decide not to scroll. And like, I don't think this is.
They've done other marketing outside of. I mean, you don't have to count that as marketing. I was at the gas station the other day, and the fucking Fantastic Four trailer came on the screen while I was pumping my gas. On the screen, on the gas pump.
Commercialism is crazy. Like, you're pumping gas and it says Fantastic Four.
Like, first of all, I didn't even know commercials played on screens at the gas pump. I don't know if this is something new. But I'm at the gas station, and then it's the Fantastic Four trailer. I'm not inside. I'm outside pumping. And I'm like, oh. And before I could, because I was going to post it on Twitter. I was going to like post, put on record, like, what the fuck? Advertise. This is some good advertisement. Before I could realize and get out of being in awe of I'm pumping gas and this trailer's playing, I missed it.
Oh, because the impression that they leave on you, they know that you're not staying there for the whole 2-minute trailer. So there's got to be 10-minute bits, 30-minute, seconds.
Yeah, it ain't no. Yeah, it wasn't the full trailer. No. I'm trying to find it. Dang, what's his name that hates everything Marvel does? What's his name? Marcus, light-skinned dude that's always yelling in his fucking TikToks. I don't watch him. Come on, y'all know who I'm talking about. Marcus Mathifus. What is this man's name? Come on. I thought I saved the video and now I can't find it.
Someone in chat come through.
He's the light-skinned dude. He's always yelling in his TikToks. I think his name starts with an M. I'm trying to find it. I thought I had it. He like I said, he doesn't like anything that Marvel does. I've never seen him give Marvel a good review. What is this man's name?
Marcus.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it's not. Are you trying to say Armor? It's not that. But I'm pretty sure his name is Lawrence. I don't watch him either, but he pops up. He said he doesn't watch the scriptures. I don't watch them either, but he pops up. What is his name? I'm getting to it because it's in my somebody from my notifications or somebody I follow retweeted it. Yeah.
Okay. In the last day?
Yeah, like within it wasn't.
Okay, we'll find it. We'll get to it. In the meantime, I'm gonna play something that was said on the Fantastic Four blue carpet.
Yeah, they were very curious about what we were doing. They were very curious about what we were doing. They came to tour our sets. They would watch scenes that we were cutting together. They wanted to get to know these people as they were working on their story and their script, so that they could sort of I could pass the baton to them, and these characters would be well cared for. Yeah, they were very.
He's talking about the Russos showing up on set on the Fantastic Four, asking questions and being like, and learning. That's cool. That there's not going to be secrecy, that they know who the characters are, that they're going to be using in their movie. They were always on set. Great.
And they also had the original. Here he is. They also had the original Fantastic Four. I'm sending it to you. Original Fantastic Four cast that was not in the their movie that didn't get released. They were there. The 2002 cast was outside of Chris. I don't want to say the 2002 cast. Mr. Fantastic 2002 was there. I don't think Alba or Evans or I forget who played the act or the thing. I don't think he was there either. But they had those people there.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis. Yeah, him. This dude though, I don't watch him like Lawrence. But I know every time I see him on my timeline from somebody either retweeting him or something or commenting or whatever, it is never good. It is always him screaming, "Oh, Marvel, fuck, just da da da," and likewise with other things he does. I think that's his stick. It is to be loud and hateful. But this was opposite. It's loud, but it ain't hateful.
What in the hell was this? I just got out of watching the new Fantastic Four movie, and wow. First off,
Oh, Darius, you think it's his shtick?
I told you I don't watch him. I just know he irritates the shit out of me, and he's loud.
need to apologize to Julia Gardner because her Silver Surfer was phenomenal. I was one of the people in the beginning who was like, we need Norn Rat, we need the male Silver Surfer, but I was just proven completely wrong. I think Marvel is seriously back with the Fantastic Four because this movie was just beautiful to look at. The characters, Pedro Pascal, someone that I hate as an actor, made me love him.
Now, I told you,
Reed Richards, Vanessa.
I have this man typically, Thunderbolts, everything I've seen him do, like again, I'm not making say I watch him, but when he's retweeted, I don't watch his videos, but you can tell from the cover, just like his cover, the cover of this one, how it had the blue word, and he's always like, and I've seen what's his name, the Geeky Cast, Chad Ryan, who you just sent me the tweet that spoiled the post-credit scene for you. The Geeky Cast, that's Geeky Cast. Geeky Cast argues with him all the time, back and forth. They're always arguing on Twitter, and I follow Geeky. So when I see them arguing, and like he'll repost one of his videos and say, you're a complete dumbass, you know, that's where I see him from. And like I said, it's never been a good review. So this is even him talking quiet right here. This is like new. So obviously Fantastic Four struck his ass.
Kirby was just phenomenal. Joseph Quinn, I questioned the casting for the Human Torch. I questioned it, and he just proved me wrong. And then Ebon, he is just great in anything, as the Thing, as in the Bear, whatever he's in, it turns to gold. This movie is about family, and you feel that with the Fantastic Four. You feel that between all of them. You know, some other movies, they say that they're a family, and you don't feel it. Not this one. You feel every single moment. The relationships feel so organic. The chemistry is all there. Marvel, you guys did a great job. Matt, good job for bringing these cast of actors together to play these great characters. Getting a live action Galactus is literally insane. Marvel, kudos to you for making this actually work. But one of the things I don't like about this movie is that the villains actually lack depth. They don't feel like they have any personality. They just feel like one-off villain. But even though the villains actually lack depth, at least the cast is there to fix that. And the action is some of the best action we've seen in the MCU in years. We haven't seen anything good action-wise since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at least. But now we have Fantastic Four. The visuals are amazing. The visuals for the past phases recently, they have been dog water. They have been terrible. And you all know they've been bad. But Fantastic Four, Matt, he actually saves that. Matt Shakman told a beautiful story about family, about building a team. And I loved it. This is
what he said about the visuals there. Victoria Alonso is out. So for him to say, the past phases was a problem, Marvel is okay with you saying that stuff.
what we needed in the MCU. That is why I'm saying it, that the MCU is actually back. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in Doomsday. And the post-credit scenes, bro, stay until the end. Fantastic Four, the first steps, easily gets a 10 out of 10 for me.
Nice. How did he get to see the movie so early, though? Doesn't that mean that he's shill media or he had access?
Probably.
Access media doesn't necessarily mean shill media.
Yeah. I was just shocked to see that one. Like I said, the stuff has been good that's been said about it.
What in the hell?
Sorry.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it still. And then that 5-minute clip they posted.
I haven't seen it. Have you?
Oh, I saw it yesterday.
Okay.
Before you sent it to me.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't have watched it because I sent it to you. I said we should react. I know you wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah. But hey, I don't mind watching it.
It's
some more.
good.
No, I loved it. It's great. I watched it more than once.
Who gave him a pass? LOL. That usually change them up. They trying to keep access. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Birdman be going off on dude. Is Birdman the content creator who watches Nerdrotic and?
Oh, I can't stand those motherfuckers. Nerdrotic. I saw a video of him come on my Instagram page, and the things they were saying about Ironheart, feel how you want to feel about Ironheart, but the racist things and I know that's what they do. I don't watch them. I've heard through the tea leaves and grapevine about who they are, but seeing that video and listening to that whole KKK clan rally that they had going on there, of them just trying to their best to shit on Dominic Thorne, like all of them talking about black girl magic, black girl, like that shit, like you know how infuriating that is. And it's not you again, feel how you want to feel about Ironheart, but that was infuriating to watch as a black person, as someone from the community, when you are taking words that we use, like black girl magic, you're talking about making fun of black girl magic, and then making fun of some of the other, I forget everything else they were saying in there. It was that it wasn't like people like, I was reading the comments, people were saying, tell me who, I want to know all their accounts so I can report them. That was more infuriating, to the point like, if I was to ever if I got big enough, and you think what you want to think about me, I really don't care. If I was to ever get big enough as a YouTuber and we were in the same space, that's like I'd hit you. That's not like, oh, I'm gonna go report your YouTube channel. I'm gonna beat your ass because your mouth is writing checks that your hands cannot cash. Like, you sitting over there, you again in this clan rally, sitting here talking about it was just crazy. So no, I can't stand those guys. So if Birdman is intertwined with Nerdrotic, I have no fucking clue who that is. I thought you was talking about Birdman and Lil Wayne.
Birdman's not intertwined with them, but he watches their videos and pauses, and then he'll explain why what they said was wrong. And the whole community, that whole clan community that you're talking about, all 10 of them on that panel, have been targeted by Birdman. So it's more like that he agrees with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cornelius, and don't let what you've seen, what you said, you've been following me 3-4 years on YouTube. I have a life outside of YouTube.
I hit do not recommend channel on those devils. So did I, but Twitter seems to love them. You know what I hate? People who hate them so loud. Why are you sharing him then? Oh, you don't like that? You got that content creator? Then why do they appear? I should have never seen the panel of them shitting on Riri Williams.
I didn't see that. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that follow them though. That I follow and that follow me, and I was like, I distanced myself from a lot of people during 2020 on personal social medias, especially those all lives matter motherfuckers. They, yeah. So anyway, all that stuff. So it was same vibes, distancing, because if you're following them, that means that you think and support the way they think.
Thankfully, I don't know who these people are, and they don't show up on my algo because you don't watch them.
And see, but it was a black page. It was on my Instagram. It was like, I follow this black page, Black Culture something. Follow a lot of different ones. They had reposted it and was asking, in the caption, listen to these dudes talk about blah, 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 blah. So of course, everybody in the comments is typically black because it's a black page. And so they were just like, who are these guys? Da, 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 all this type of stuff. And I was just like, oh, this is what they do. Yeah. Like, if you don't know who these guys are, if you find their channel, you're going to find more videos like this because this is what they do. I was introduced to Nerdrotic during Obi-Wan.
I knew him before that. I knew Ryan Kinnell got popular when he said Batman doesn't have good white characters aside from Batman, who's on the screen for 70% of the movie. There's not enough good white characters. I saw it on World Star. I said, "Oh yeah, that's the okay." Geeks and Gamers got it.
Yeah, can't stand Ryan either. All of them. Like Ryan was on that little panel. They were talking about Black Girl Magic.
And then they had a black guy on the panel too, right? Yep.
No, they didn't.
Oh no.
It was all, they were all white. Is there a ruckus there?
Yeah.
They got a ruckus that hangs out with them.
Yeah, I don't.
There's
know
always one. There's always one. Ruckus. I was watching Boondocks episode. They went jogging and Robert said, "Are you gonna go jog with you?" "I'm not gonna jog with you, Robert. Police might mistake me for one of you and shoot me too." That shit is. Oh, that's the only show where you can get away with shit like that, and it's funny as fuck. But those guys doing it, not funny. Not
Critical Drinker.
Who's
I know
there?
Critical Drinker because I used to watch Tyrone Magnus more than I do now, and he used to watch and react to those videos.
Who's their black guy?
Not Young Rippa. Someone.
Young Rippa is a part of all that. I know he has takes.
He
But
does streams with them.
Oh,
He's
really?
done streams with them.
It's so funny. He tries to be so. That's so funny. I didn't know he does streams with them.
Yeah, after that George Floyd kneeling stuff, he was on stream with them the very next week, and I watched him, and he smiled at something, and I'm like, bro, this isn't the time where you smile. This is the part where you. All right, I guess the angle you're taking is it's all jokes. Interesting.
Well, maybe that explains why he's got his Rippa verse. You kiss the right asses, and get the right doors opened.
No, Rippa retired from YouTube. Yeah, but he was with them. I saw it.
He retired from YouTube.
He hasn't been with them for a year.
I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute.
So he wasn't at a convention with Star Wars Theory. Just maybe that was last year then. Rippa is a raccoon emoji. Stopped watching him years ago.
Rippa didn't retire from YouTube. He was on here 15 hours ago.
Talking about the book?
On a round table. I guess the book. Ism? Who's Ism?
I saw him. ISOM. ISOM. I saw him. It's a new comic book he's got. He sells it at comic book shops. Some of them.
Yeah, I know he's got that comic.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
He's got like a fictional universe too. Like there's
so even on his personal YouTube, Young Rippa, 6 days ago, he posted about the Jeffrey Epstein hoax.
Yeah.
So no, he's still here.
He retired from that community, maybe.
Maybe. Theory does do shit with them. Need to distance myself from. Let me unsubscribe. I'm serious about that shit. I don't, because that means you think like that. But theory may not think hard like that. But you even sitting around them, you're in agreement. You're not checking them. You're in agreement. You're still showing up to lives and invites. You're in agreement. And when he gets on his streams and he talks the way that he talks about like
Riva,
yes. Like he was talking about Riva and the way that he was talking about Boyega when Boyega complained, you're in agreement. So yeah. Nah, I have to back off from that too.
The day Pablo Hidalgo did what he did, he explained, reached out to me. It was Geeks and Gamers reached out to me. The Jeremy reached out to me. Look at that. Look at all. No one's talking to me. Everyone's outcasting me. And they're the ones who reached out to me. I think he was trying to justify his relationship because he kind of knew that his relationship was a problem with them. And since then, he's had Ryan Kinnell on his streams after Josh Den and Nerds left. It was a Ryan Kinnell and what's his name? Critical Drinker. No, Mauler.
Yeah. Yep. Distance. Okay. Let's do our F4. The 5-minute clip. That is really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to a
Don't lie on Fatal J like that. He ever since the George Floyd stuff, he's distanced himself from them.
very special event celebrating 4 years of the Fantastic Four. And now, your host for the evening, Ted Gilbert.
Folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space, encounter a bit of cosmic turbulence, and come back forever changed. Not just the molecules of their bodies, but also their place in our hearts. And now, a look back.
This is Excelsior Launch Control, T-minus 3 hours, 42 minutes, 19 seconds.
4 years ago, man and woman conquered the last frontier as we know it. The exploration of space.
Best pilot in the world, right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
Comms check, everybody sound off.
Check.
Check.
Check. Comms are live. That last voice you just heard was my baby brother, Jonathan Storm, and ladies, he is very single.
Kiss for luck.
Kiss?
However, Dr. Richard's expedition encountered an unforeseen event that changed not only the lives of these courageous individuals,
Go for launch.
Go for launch.
but also the course of our history.
Come in, Excelsior. Come in, Excelsior.
What is that?
I don't know. It must be the cosmic ray.
An origin story montage.
Obviously, while we were in space, due to errors on my part, we encountered a cosmic storm that altered our DNA. We came back with anomalies.
Wow.
And they returned with superpowers. They became our protectors.
Can I pause this, or do you want to do it uninterrupted? Because I have a lot to say.
Okay, if you have a lot to say, let it finish.
It's clobbering time.
They added that in post.
And when the mad thinker tried to sabotage New York City, the Fantastic Four tried to sabotage New York City. The Fantastic Four.
Have a great day.
They defeated Red Ghost and his super apes.
A bit Spider-Man-ish. Too. I'm not complaining. I just mean it resembles that.
They became our inspiration.
This equation not only confirms alternate dimensions, but it suggests parallel Earths exist on different dimensional planes.
Hey.
Who wants to see a big explosion?
They are the very best of us. They are the Fantastic Four.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Fantastic
We love you, Fantastic.
I love you, John. We love you. Thank you. Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Let's hear it for Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben.
I herald
his beginning.
This might not be the beginning of the movie.
I herald
No.
your end.
The trailer.
I herald Galactus.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. You don't want to just crush him like that.
What time is it, Ben? No. What time is it, Ben? No, Johnny. Say it! I don't wanna! Say it!
I said this before, and I'm just saying this because I know you have a lot to say, and I'll just go off of whatever you're saying. Said this before we even came on. I have not been this excited for a Marvel film since Deadpool and Wolverine. And Deadpool and Wolverine, as I said behind the scenes, it's a very dumb movie, but it is a good, funny, nostalgia filled Marvel movie, and I like it. So I'm excited. I can't wait to sit down and watch this. That first 5 minutes that they dropped was great. I'm ready.
Yeah, about the first 3 minutes, I think, were actual movie plot. Then they just started showing us clips and trailers and stuff. Very useful, smart to share. I enjoyed watching it, and it looks okay. Damn, tough critic. I thought it was great. I thought it was worth sharing. Very good on them, and maybe if they do another movie introducing characters, they got something like that also, just this montage speeding through their beginnings, because this was easy to make and cheap. So some of the this was kind of funny to hear him say, "Yeah, I'm the best at looking," knowing that he becomes the Thing. But
Right.
they jumped right past the transformation. 1 second, they're on the ship, they're ready to go, and we don't see the cosmic rays, we just hear about them. And when you see the Thing punch open this ship, that's so cheap to animate. We're not worried about the CGI being quick. Sophisticated. It's quick. It's cheap because look how far away he is from the camera. Plus, it's grainy and standard resolution. So
For
they
the
were
60s.
Yeah, the thing with the VFX, it's the time that the artists are spending trying to make it look good. That's what you're paying for. How much time they take. This was so simple. One little quick filter. A lot of these are just filters. When we look at this, he's far away from the camera, so animating that, we don't got to have every pixel in the right place. And then when he's landing, he's close to the camera. And it's not, you don't need the VFX and stuff. When Vanessa Kirby, when Sue Storm does this, think about how easy it is to animate that thing dropping, which is not even in focus, and just drawing a freaking Instagram filter circle around it.
They became our protector.
We jump over to her. This is not hard to make and draw on a freaking like a college student can do this type of animating. And this isn't hard. It's all fuzzy, right? How hard is it to make something fuzzy? Remember when they said we were talking to the creator? Kevin Feige said yesterday, the creator. He was the director of the creator, and when we listened to him, Garth Edwards. Now this may be getting the water dripping off the thing. That probably looked, that was difficult to do. Now I said this moment here, where he's the cartoon where he says it's clobbering time. It's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time!
That's reshoots. They just got some two random kids to be watching a TV where he says that. Everything related to it's clobbering time is not something originally in the movie. They heard the complaints and they're like, oh, okay, fine. Let's add it.
How do you know that?
Because every part of clobbering time in the trailers and in the advertising was done outside of the body of the movie.
But how do you know that?
How do I know it was done outside the body of the movie? You don't see characters who are leads saying it. You'll see that one dude in the hat, hey Ben, you gotta say the words, it's clobbering time, and he's not interacting on the same frame. He's not there. It was a reshoot. Same with this was done outside. He didn't need to be there. How do I know that? It's easy to see just how uninvolved the it's clobbering time moments are from the rest of the movie.
I don't. I didn't. Even your explanation didn't give me that. But
I'll go to a moment then. I'll go to a moment where he says the clobbering time. This one here.
He doesn't say it's clobbering time here.
Yeah, but I mean the conversation in total. This was reshot. This wasn't something that was inside the movie. I think maybe him falling down was part of the movie, and they might be talking about something else, like you get the kids, I'll go and race off, and I'll do that. Maybe that could be what
This is pure speculation on your end. You have no clue what Matt Shakman and Marvel Studios shot for this film.
Yeah, I have no clue what the original intended words were, but I have reason to believe, and I know how easy it is to make the words coming out of this guy's mouth and this guy's mouth change during this scene, because all you got to do is move a couple pixels. He doesn't even have a full mouth. He could say anything. Well, let's just watch the mouth.
Time is it, Ben? No. What time is it, Ben? No, Johnny. Say it! I don't wanna! Say it!
And we don't see him say it, but we can imagine that he says it. I think they just animated this scene. His mouth is so far away from the camera. Say it, say it. Like
when you said you had a lot to say, I thought you were talking about you had a lot to say in terms of
what? How good it is? It's good.
Yeah, but now we're going into a deep dive into your conspiracy theories on Marvel not putting in Ben Grimm's tagline. Hold on. Sorry.
It was reported from of early screening.
I'll get to that report in just a moment. Hold on.
Okay. And I'm getting into my theory because you challenged me to find more examples. I'll keep talking about the good stuff though. After this scene where their kids are watching, sucking the fire out, cheaply edited. It doesn't have to be pristine and perfect. Look how far away everything happens from this camera shot. And again, it's standard definition. It's grainy, so it doesn't got to look perfect. But we get to see something super happen on our screens for $1.99. This was very easy to shoot. So I'm just like, I'm marveling at the filmmaking of it all. This was great. Seeing him do the head thing, that's getting the character across of who Johnny Storm is. And he does the 4 after that because he's got some excess fire that he needs to let go. That's so cool. Now, why doesn't the fire drop though? Why does it stay in the sky? That's just comic booky stuff.
Okay. Now, on that report, now I don't know anything for sure. Obviously, no one does. One of the things that came out about that report was that was something that Marvel might have put out in there to gauge the audience, as far as like not to see, oh, should we put this in here? From my understanding, from what is out there, it was always in there. They just put it out there to start conversation, to get people talking about the Fantastic Four.
Why is your theory more valid than my theory?
Oh, I'm not saying it is. I think your theory is quite crazy, because you were kind of talking about because your theory kind of goes into having to know what Matt Shakman and team filmed, wrote, cut, didn't cut. We have no clue what Matt Shakman wrote. We have no clue. But to think that he wouldn't say it's clobbering time, or to think that scene in particular, the 2 kids watching the cartoon of them, when we know that this is a built universe where there is a cartoon of them, they're already famous, and that is a cut scene, and it's been blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when we watched this and you again said you had a lot to say, I didn't think it was. I thought we were going to go into talking about it and this and that, not a conspiracy theory on what Matt Shakman recorded.
No, I feel like everything in ADR, cartoons, can be done and audioed. But thank you for listening. Even when you disagree, I appreciate that you heard me out. We can do more. We can talk more about this movie and the good stuff. Not to be repetitive, but when special effects stuff are happening far away from the camera, it's easier and cheaper to make. I like the stretching from Reed. Ooh, not this scene. We got flying car. So they're retro, but they're also doing things that we don't have, like this upside down subway train hanging. We don't have that on Earth. We don't have it in New York City, at least. There might be some other places in the world with it. That was Spider-Man issue. Like the way he just, and the sound effects too, playing.
Have a great day.
That might be a mistake. The sound effects need to be like, or I don't know. I'm something different.
Yeah, I have no idea where you're going with this review, because what are you talking about? What are you talking? So what is it with Spider-Man in this scene?
I think I hear thwipping. Let me listen again.
Great day.
That does sound like the Spider-Man noise. What else is that noise?
I don't know. I'm watching Reed's arm stretch, and I don't know. I don't know.
It's nice to be distinct from some of your other heroes, just with sounds even. I also complain about people with the digital helmets, the nanotech helmets. It feels like Thor even had one in Love and Thunder. They do it too much, make them different. That's his elastic sound. Oh, my bad. That's the elastic. Elastic sound sounds like the flip sound. Make it different.
Okay, my review. I enjoyed the 5 minutes very much so. I like the fact of the already established Fantastic Four universe. They talked about the Mad Thinker. They talked about the Red Ghost. We got to see one of the apes. I'm sure we'll see more of the apes, hopefully, in more of that montage. We do know that we're going to see Mole Man and Gargantos. That's not a spoiler. That's stuff that's been in the trailers. So I really enjoyed that 5 minutes. We got to see more of Reed stretching. Some of the scenes of them using their powers in this first 5 minutes has been the scenes of them using their powers in almost all the trailers we've seen. So I feel like we're still not seeing a lot of them using their powers, just like we haven't seen a lot of Galactus and things like that. I liked the whole established them being famous, them being on the talk show, the Future Foundation here. We're hearing reports that we were all wrong about Reed or Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I hope that that sticks. So I'm really excited to see where this film goes. Again, as far as all the other Marvel film goes, I'm very excited for this. This first 5 minutes was, for me, had me wanting to see a lot more.
They're beloved by the people there. One more time, I love things like this. For one, yes, it's happening way in the distance, so it's easier to animate and we're less focused on realism. But using superpowers in regular settings is so imaginative. I love it. I like it in scenes all over the MCU when someone can do something amazing and they're just chilling and they're like, And remember when they were just kicking back and they were talking about Thor's hammer, and it's so laid back and like, who can lift the hammer, and they're just having fun with superhero stuff. This kind of stuff, seeing these powers. I want to see people fly just to reach the top cupboard to get the can of tomato sauce. I like seeing him stretch that way. And the kids are so bored. They're so over it. He talked about dimensions and parallel Earths. That's good setup.
Yes.
And here they are. And then the last minute is footage from our movie and action scenes. And look how big Galactus was. You saw his footsteps there. They're fighting Galactus that whole time.
Possibly. We don't know that. That could be also when Gargantos shows up.
It could be. Did you read that comic book that they put out?
I did not.
Here's the footsteps that's Galactus's foot in this scene where they're driving.
Yeah, that's Galactus's foot.
But in this, we don't know who they're after. Why are they not in the car anymore? Right? They could be anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So supposedly, again, it's supposed to open the way that Spider-Man 3 was going to open, or Spider-Man 4, I believe, was going to open. No, 3 was going to open had Sam Raimi got his way. It's going to be a montage of them fighting noted villains from the comics. Spider-Man 3 was going to open that way. We were going to see Spider-Man fighting Mysterio, Spider-Man bringing in some other villains into the police department or setting them up for the police until we saw him ultimately fight Vulture. So it's supposed to open that way. So I'm excited. I've always been excited for the Fantastic Four. When it was announced in 2020, always had me. I am a big fan of the first family. So I'm really ready to see a proper live action film done for them. So I'm ready.
I'll give you interested. Excited in 2020? Yes. Oh, finally, they got acquired the rights. We get to see them. Yeah. Thank you, Kevin Feige. Since then,
Still excited. Still excited. Like I said, the trailers have been good. I think the first and second trailers were good. That last and final trailer was the one that really drove it home. That was the really good one. And then this first 5 minutes, again, I really liked. Sitting at an 89% currently on Rotten Tomatoes. Comes out, critics. From the critics. Comes out on Thursday. I know Lawrence sees it tomorrow. I see it at 240 on Thursday, 240. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I think this is one I'm really going to be like. I'm going to like.
When's your second screening of this movie? Is it going to be on Fridays?
If I really like it, like I think I'm going to like it, probably. I'll probably go see it. Either it'll be that weekend. I won't see it in IMAX again, but it'll be that weekend.
Unless you really like it, then you want to see it in IMAX again.
Oh, maybe those IMAX tickets are, and I'm going to see it during the day, so my ticket shouldn't be as expensive. But those IMAX tickets are expensive shit. So yeah, I'll be seeing it again, possibly. I think I'm going to really like it though, so I think I'm going to really like it.
Christian Harloff said I really liked it.
Yeah, a lot of people have come out in their reviews and said that they have really liked it. They're at a theater reactions. So they liked it. Said it's been good. It's a different feel. Like Shackman said in that video, the Russos have come on set.
Yes.
They helped him. I wanted to see the feel of things, and they are the ones that with him, I'm sure with him, did the post-credit scene. So, yes.
Stay to the end.
Stay to the end.
Hey, James Gunn, take notes. You see that? People are interested in the post-credit scenes, and we're actually bringing it up for a second time. It's cool to know that something in the end is going to be significant. So always have post-credit scenes. Why am I saying James Gunn take notes? Marvel take notes too.
Yes.
You've been doing some non-essential post-credit scenes.
And yeah, what Cornelia said there at the bottom, talked about that yesterday. That is something I love. It is practical. They built a miniature New York for him to stomp around on. Some of the scenes obviously are computerized, but the like he's stomping like that. That's fun. Ralph Emerson got to dress up as Galactus and stomp around on a miniature New York. That's fun. So I love the fact that it's practical. Also, oh dang, I forgot. I lost my.
When you have practical.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. On the practical set.
Before you forget, I'll remember.
That too. One of the things on that, when we were talking about the post-credit stuff, the scoopers once again knocked out of the park.
Oh.
We've known that scoopers, if you listen to me, you've known that. We've known this for months. We've known this for months. And I actually want to say too, I said, I don't know, and I'm not going to talk about it because I know there are people in here that don't want it talked about. So I'm not going to say what it is, but I want to say, I said, I don't know if that's going to move the needle. And I still don't know if that's going to move the needle. I said, I speaking for myself, I said it for me at that time. I was like, it's not moving the needle for me. I tell you what, as I'm now sitting a day and a half away from viewing the film, it's moved the damn needle. I'm excited. I want to see that. So yeah.
as we have conversations about Superman, will it even reach 700 million? This is not looking good. Thunderbolts didn't do great. It just made 10 or 20 million over Sinners, which is crazy. I want to know that they can create these movies with the effects on a reasonable budget and that we won't stop getting them. If they want to do somebody giant, miniatures. That sounds great to me. So I can continue getting my superhero stuff, and it doesn't necessarily need to hit $900 million each and every time. They're not aiming for something expensive like that because of, a huge return on profits. Fine, good. I cheer for that. That's why I'm thinking so much about the dollars spent. I'm a fan of the medium.
Yeah.
They say AI is going to help with that. Less manpower, very cheap to create. I'm all for workers' rights. So I don't know. I don't know. I know that I'm against it. Something that will eliminate jobs.
For sure. But that is, unless there's anything else, that is what we've really got there on the Fantastic Four. And I did send that over, but we went on that tangent on other stuff, so we didn't get to that Marvel Studios video that they had put out for the Fantastic Four. It's 90 minutes anyway. But it's just the comic history of them, and I thought it was a really cool, well done video that they did. I thought, again, good advertising. If you'd have a YouTube page and they are, if you walking into this don't know who the Fantastic Four that was a cool. They don't just touch on the Fantastic Four. They go through the history. So they're going through Civil War. They go through, obviously, getting up to Secret Wars, and then how whatever newest comic, and I guess this film they said is canon to now their comic story, I guess. So that's where whatever's going on with them in the comics now, I guess this picks up with that, the film. I don't know. But the stuff leading up to it, like all the different events that they touched on, very cool. I liked it. One thing that I did not like, though, now they mentioned Black Panther and T'Challa a few times then there, but they didn't mention so I'm thinking this whole time watching, I'm like, okay, we're building to issue 50, we're building to the first time the Fantastic Four lost, actually lost in a battle. And because the whole time they're building them up, they're like, and they fought this person, and then this issue, and then we got, I realized we are on the timeline when they're in the video. I realized on the timeline we are now past that part, and I'm like, hold on, did we skip when they first meet? But anyway, they mention BP, but they don't mention when they first meet. And I think that on the timeline of Fantastic Four, that is a significant part in their lives that you need to mention. Like, yeah, they got their asses handed to them for the first time here.
Yeah, and a nice liberal company like Marvel, you don't think that they would love to put that in part of it? The Fantastic Four featured the first black superhero for Marvel. You don't think that they would include that?
Of course not. But I'm just thinking, like, come on. Anyway, he gets mentioned in other stuff that goes on, but I was waiting on that. I'm really sitting there like, okay, they're going to get there. They're going to get there. We're going to talk about BP. And then we're on the timeline. And I'm like, oh, well, that definitely happened after. So we skipped that. So, yeah. But you can check it out. It's pretty cool. I liked it.
T'Challa whoops on the Fantastic Four? Yeah, he did.
He did indeed. And this issue right here.
3 issues after the Silver Surfer debuts.
Mm-hmm. Issue 52. Right there. That's where he did it. Whooped that fantastical ass. All right. Anyway, that is, like I said, I think that's what we've got. That is the Fantastic Four. That is DC and Star Wars, and then you got some tangent stuff there as well. So that has been Tuesday's episode of the Morning Report.
Premature.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot.
See, Chill pays attention. I don't.
Michael Nemo says,
Thank
I
you,
used to be
Michael.
subscribed to Nerd Roddick and Midnight's Edge. I think he's the German one. And Geeks and Gamers and Drunk 3PO 5 years ago and left because they said gross shit. Now I'm just here. Thank you
Michael,
for being here.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. Thank you for that. We appreciate you always being engaged as well. Did you have this or that?
There? Was it yeah.
Oh,
what
sorry.
made you want to be there? Was it like Fatal J, where you guys all Snyderverse and it was just like whatever? I didn't like Star Wars Episode 8 either. They're talking about it. Sure. Like what got you there? Now you just told me what got you out of there 5 years ago. So 2020, you had enough. That was about the time dude did the George Floyd video. But like, what made you go, to them? What attracted you? It's because we didn't start our channels yet. That's why. They got in there early. You wanted to do this or that?
Yeah, you had one?
Yes, I do. We're going to go to the barbershop.
The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that.
Ice Cube, he plays Calvin, and then Cedric plays Eddie. You're going to that barbershop. Chat, we're going to ask you first, chat. You go to that barbershop, both chairs just opened up, and you're sitting down, and you're like, ooh, I get a choice. It's not, I can go to him, I can go to that. I can do it this, or I can do it that. Which barber do you want cutting your hair? Is it Calvin? Is it the guy who runs and opens the shop? Or is it the experience? Is it the tenured? I know who's going to be a quicker haircut. I know Calvin's going to take care of me quickly. But Eddie, take his sweet time. Maybe that's what I want also. Yeah, I'm not in no rush. The wedding is tomorrow. Maybe I need to get that haircut with the precision. Who you getting your haircut by, everybody? Let's go. We got...
For me...
Hold up. You don't get to be first, Darius.
They're not about to come in that fast.
I take my sweet time too. I guess that's a vote for Eddie. Andre just laughs. Jedi Mike with the fire. Old school barber gonna... Jedi Mike, tell us what you thought about Fantastic Four, because I saw you post that you watched it. Old school barber gonna get you together. So people are going with the old guy. All right. Now go. Who you got?
Well, I'm going to go with Calvin. Based on my history of the Barbershop films, Eddie ain't cut nobody's head. Even when Calvin's daddy let him in back in the day, Eddie wasn't no barber. Eddie was seeking asylum from the riots. Or not from the riots, from the police. He was there during the riots.
It was right.
Was it the riots? Okay.
Cocktail. He's gonna throw it into the store. He's like, wait.
Yeah, but I don't think that's why he was there. He wasn't there originally for that. That came on. That was later on in a different flashback. He was there for the riots after had already been there, friends with Calvin's daddy, Calvin Sr. So I think, again, he was there for asylum, and then he just gave Eddie a chair because Eddie, again, helped save the shop from getting bombed during the riots, all that kind of stuff. Eddie had a permanent chair in there, but Eddie never cut nobody's head. Eddie wouldn't touch me with a pole. So Calvin all day. Calvin's cutting my head.
Yeah, it looks like the Calvins have it. I'm gonna go with the Calvin haircut as well. I don't think I want to. He's joking. Oh, Calvin may be occupied. Something's gonna happen at the shop to take his attention away, so it'll take way longer. That haircut's gonna stay on my head for a long time. Someone whose fingers don't shake or whatever, Parkinson's or whatever Eddie's about to catch, because it's been a while since that movie. Let's go, Calvin.
Yeah.
My performance. See, he doesn't pay rent. Eddie doesn't pay rent. Like, he just has that spot for free. Calvin, if he doesn't do a good job, you're not going to come back. If not enough people come back, I lose the shop. It was hard enough when I was fighting the neighbors. What was it, Supercuts? It was hard enough. Yeah.
Nappy cuts.
Yeah,
nappy cuts.
Oh, boy. Could be better for taking that time, or could be stuck so far in the past that the trim I get is absolutely not what I asked for. I've had experience of both and can remember the film. Can't remember. I hear some noise in your background. What's going on?
That's T'Challa.
Yeah. We're gonna end it with one super chat. Thank you. It's Sheed. Old school will keep your ass there all day long. I went with Calvin.
You know, I haven't seen Barbershop 3. That's the one with Nicki Minaj, isn't it?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I have not seen Barbershop 3. And the reason I haven't seen Barbershop 3, I think it's just because it's like, one, I heard it wasn't good. Is it good? Have you seen it?
No.
You haven't seen it either? No, I haven't seen it.
Did it go to movies? Or was it directly to DVD?
No, it went to theaters, I thought. Pretty sure it went to theaters.
How well did it do? Oh, we're not leaving yet. Barbershop, The Next Cut, 2016. It grossed $55 million worldwide.
What'd the first Barbershop do? That's considered a classic, is it not?
Back in 2002, that was $77 million.
We got 20 million more.
On a budget of 12. On a budget of 12 million. So, of course, they made the sequel. The sequel was on a budget of 30 million, but still they got back 65. Not bad.
Which do you prefer, Barbershop or Barbershop 2?
I don't remember the difference between the first and the second.
What? Barbershop. Barbershop for sure. The first one I think it's considered a classic. However, I did want to put out to the chat, people watching. I put it on Twitter, but I guess fuck me. So I'll put it out here to you guys here. Maybe it's fuck me here too. But there are a lot of movies and TV shows. TV shows I'll do, I guess, but maybe let's deal with movies first. A lot of movies I have not seen, and you'd even be surprised, and maybe even want to take my black card, but with some of those films that I have not, with some films I haven't seen from within our community. I've seen a lot of films from within our community, classic films within our community, but there are some classics that I also have not seen. There are a lot of, like, I'll give you some of what I consider to be white classics, since like Cinema Pals are currently still watching all the black classic films. Like they just watched Harlem Nights, posted a reaction to it. I can't wait to watch their reaction to Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is one of my favorite movies, so that shit's gonna be funny. But I thought I'd do like white classics. I've never seen Miss Doubtfire. I've never seen like Legally Blonde. I've never seen Final Destination 1, 2, 3, 4. None of them. Like so there's a lot of movies I have not seen. So shoot me some movies to watch, and I'm going to start posting my reaction to them, and doing some reactions. Yeah,
white classics.
The
Ferris
white
Bueller's
classics.
Day Off.
Never seen it.
High School Musical.
Of course, I've seen it. It's my error.
Oh. Okay. It's got to be Jumanji?
Yes. Shoot
White
some more.
classics.
Shoot some more.
What's chat saying?
I don't know if Death by Preamble.
Did you see $1 Million Baby?
No.
The boxing movie? Great stuff. How about the movies? Major League. Did you see those? Charlie
no.
Sheen was that pitcher. Wild Thing.
No. The Kim Possible movie, of course. I've seen every episode of Kim Possible. I was there with Stitch in Time and all that. Yeah. Whew. Those were some tough. That's when every Friday you knew when that little black boy jumped over that film strip, he's about to watch a Disney Channel movie. Yes, I've seen all those. Sandlot, yes, I've seen all that. Yes. The Breakfast Club, no, I've never seen The Breakfast Club. Back to the Future, yes. Ferris Bueller's Day Out, no. Big Fat Greek Wedding, no. Never seen it. Meet the Fockers, yes. Top Gun, no.
The one with Vince Vaughn and with Girl from Friends. The breakup.
No, never seen it. Raiders, no. Temple of Doom, no. Last Crusade, no. Set It Off, yes. Boys in the Hood, yes. Friday, yes. Charlie's Angels, no.
Did you see Paul Blart Mall Cop? No?
I don't think I've seen Paul Blart Mall Cop. And if
Did
I
you
have,
see
it was a long
Talladega
time
Nights?
ago.
Will Ferrell, Talladega Nights.
Not Talladega Nights.
Oh,
Never seen it. Edward Scissorhands. Yes, I've seen it. Legally Blonde. Never seen it. I'm telling you, you'd be shocked at the movies I haven't seen. I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen a lot. Like Wedding Crashers, no. 40-Year-Old Virgin, yes. Pitch Perfects, yes. I've not all of them. I've seen the first and second.
Okay.
Boogie Nights, no. Jaws, no.
Really?
West Side Story, no. Yeah, it's a movie night. I told you, you guys got to send me movies so I can react to them, and you guys can watch me react to them. Now, if it's, I'm gonna let you guys know right now in reactions, I am a big crier in movies. I will cry. I cry watching people react to movies that I've seen and I know a crying part's coming up. And I'm like, so Grease, yes, my mom is a huge Grease fan. Like that was like in our house all the time. Meteor Man, no. I know, shocker, right? No, I haven't seen it. Rocky films, no. The Godfather 1 and 2, no. Forrest Gump, yes. Jim Carrey's catalog, most of it.
All right.
Yeah, you'd be shocked, man. Sorry. This is one that's going to piss some people off. And I didn't watch Cinema Blend react to this just simply because I hadn't seen it because I wanted to do my own reaction. I have not seen Higher Learning.
Oh.
With Ice Cube, Lawrence Fishburne. Don't take it.
When Harry Met Sally, you saw that because Princess Leia was in it.
I didn't. Scarface. I haven't seen Scarface. 5 Heartbeats. Yes, I've seen the 5 Heartbeats. House Party. Yes. Anchorman. Actually, yes, I've seen Anchorman. I know, D Stizzle. Don't get mad at me over that one. Princess Diaries.
Ocean's 11.
No.
Princess Diaries?
No. Yes, I've seen Princess Diaries. I've seen Princess Diaries with Anne Hathaway.
What about when she was Devil Wears Prada?
Oh, that's my shit. I can't wait for the second one.
Yeah.
Zoolander? No. Tropic Thunder? Yes. Yes, I've seen Tropic Thunder. I knew this would be a good deal for me to do because I'm like, wait a minute. I've got time now to actually kind of edit some videos on the weekend that I react to. So why not make reaction videos? Because there's a lot of movies I haven't seen. So yeah, you guys shoot me in my DMs on Twitter if you have a Twitter and follow me. Movies. And I'm going to write these all down or keep these all somewhere to where I can do reactions. And we're going to do like, I want to do it kind of like Cinema Blend is doing it. Like, let's vote like popular, like more popular ones I'll do first that everybody's want me to do. And then we'll get to everything. Like if there's a series of movies I need to be watching in like an order or something I need to watch them in or whatever. I've never seen The Lord of the Rings. I guess I'd be willing to sit down and watch them for the reaction.
I haven't seen them either. And I think I'd have to do the same one day for a reaction.
Then we should do that together. We could do that together from where you are.
Would we pause? Never mind. This all started because of haircut movies. And I'm like, Good Hair. That was a movie. Don't Mess with the Zohan. I don't think that was a haircut movie. Blow Dry. Have you seen that? Blow Dry?
No.
What the? American Mullet? Never seen that one. I'm surprised most of these are black though. Like,
Nora's Hair Salon, yeah. That Nora's Hair Salon was more like a straight to DVD thing though.
Oh, Nora's Hair Salon 2, A Cut Above.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, she even had a 3. Nora's Hair Salon 3.
Okay, well, 1 was enough. 1 wasn't that good to warrant 2.
I didn't hear about this franchise. I have something to watch.
Nora's Hair Salon, the first one, it's good. Who always forget her name, Jennifer Lewis. Jennifer Lewis is Nora in the first one. I don't know anything about the second or third. But you know Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah, I know her. No, what's she been in?
Everything. She distinctive voice. Pull up her picture.
Oh, that woman. Yeah,
yes.
I know her.
Yeah.
I think she was one of Will's aunts. I think that's her biggest roles for me.
Yes, and Fresh Prince, when Will does the dance. That's another one Cinema Blend is watching, and I'm loving. They just uploaded, I think, three new reactions of them because they do 3 episodes each reaction, and I love watching them watch the Fresh Prince. That is in my top 5. It's probably top 2 all-time favorite sitcoms.
Yeah.
So watching them watch it because they've never seen it. Michael Boos has never seen any of them. I love reaction videos, so it's fun watching them watch those.
Word.
I watch them when I work out. It's fun.
From Fresh Prince to Cosby Show.
Baby, tonight's like fuego. We about to spin a dinero.
$2 super chat. Take the hat off, Darius. Sincere taking cuts.
Okay. No. And Michael Nemo, I completely agree with you there. Yes, they did just watch Living Single, and Living Single, I do too, love Living Single. They are watching that one as well. But no, I'm not.
We'll get him. We'll place a bet. A bet so big, I got to put my hair on the line, but he's taking that hat off. After I win this first bet with the Fantastic Four making more money than Superman does, all right. You know what? The international audience does have me worried, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, as I said, I've cleared space for that figure already, and I will have it soon.
This is another morning report, name to be changed because I like the woke mornings. Woke up. We gotta have woke in the name. Look out for that. Any suggestions? Type them in. If you want to give us new intro music, new outro music, submit something, create something. Let us know if you have. Copyright free, of course.
Yes.
We're gonna get flagged for something. Yesterday I got flagged because I played Sierra Level Up.
I did not. I didn't get flagged. I just got flagged for the intro, but I took care of that. Also, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come over here to the morning report Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do this every day, and we have topics and fun with you guys and Stray. And honestly, it's just a hangout time. The morning report's kind of different than Pantheon. Pantheon is really more kind of bop, bop, bop. Morning report, it's more, hey, we're here.
We're talk about Hardball for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm clipping that. I'm gonna see how that performs. I'll clip it up.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Hardball. So, yeah, they like the name Woke Up. We were talking about that yesterday, changing it, because I'm not married to this name, so and we want to be more. I mean, I said that when we talked about this at the very beginning. One of the things I first told Chill is I want to be as pro-black as we possibly can, and I'm Issa Rae. I say that all the time.
Woke it up with a fist right up there, light skin fist.
I'm not light-skinned, brother.
You're not light-skinned?
Not really.
You don't consider yourself? I've seen so much darker skin than that.
I mean, I guess I can. I'm
what
not.
Are the categories. Is it just
like it's like, okay, hold on. You don't like doing this, but I will. I'll show this in just a second. Let me get this up.
I think our language needs improvement. Like melanin levels go from like 90% into 10%, but like the words we use is white people, light skin, dark skin, and there's like 5 cat. The emojis have so many different options. We might need to create words.
Hold on, I'm gonna show this.
I got weird skin like Darius. I wouldn't call your skin weird, but a weird skin like Darius, like 3 different shades during the year.
I'm so much lighter under all of this, though. Like it's actually really crazy how light I. Well, it's actually not, because I'm about to show you why it's not.
You gonna show me your family tree? Those
No.
people you track down on that website. You're like, wait, you're from that family. You owned member of my family.
No, that's actually not how it goes. But not showing that at all. But no.
The paper bag test. I
Now
don't mean
that
to say that. I'm not trying to put a class or anything into it. That's not what I was trying to go for. Sorry to sound divisive. But
now that is a stream that I can talk about. I could talk about something. That's my father. So my dad is light skinned. Like my dad is
Reggie Miller.
Very light. His dad is very light. So like I get my color from my mama, not my dad. My mom's side of the family is my color. My dad's side of the family is your color. But I don't get that color. I wish I was my dad's color, not to be like, oh, colorist or anything like that. I love my skin. I love my skin. Love my skin. But I'm my dad's twin already, and we'd have been identical if I had his color. He has way more freckles than I do, though. And he was a basketball player better than I was. He went to the Air Force. He did more than I did. More accomplished, I guess. So, yeah.
When people talk about another Air Force member, which would be John Stewart, Green Lantern, when they talk about him and they talk about how they cast Aaron Pierre, I'm on the team of his skin is not matching what the comic book character is. And someone will tell you, yeah, but there are no light-skinned superheroes. You're either, if you're black, you're a darker-skinned black person. And so there's not enough room. And for that reason, we can break the rule. And I just don't see it that way. I feel like, yes, fine. There needs to be created characters who are popular, whose skin is Aaron Pierre or even lighter. Yes, there's a need for that. But that doesn't mean you break the rule and you do something that is inaccurate to what the character looks like with that casting.
Yeah.
It would have been great if we disagreed. We would have had 10 more minutes of show.
I caught what you said there at the end, but I was reading Cornelius. I don't even know what he's talking about. Say that part one more time.
And we agreed. We want Jon Stewart to look as dark as his comic book, even though.
Oh yeah, no, of course I agree on that.
There is a need or there is a vacancy for dark characters in superheroes who are not as dark as Jon Stewart, like that medium. You know what I mean? Like yours or even lighter, like that skin tone. That's what we need.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Same D-Sizzle, except backwards. Well, actually both. My mom played basketball and ran track, but her scholarship was in track. She ran track at K-State. Dad didn't. Dad was Air Force. There wasn't a basketball scholarship. It was Air Force. He played basketball.
Didn't your mom used to pop up in the chat?
She did. She's probably watching.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's probably watching. She does sometimes, though. Hi, Mom. But anyway, yeah, that is the woke it up. That's woke it up. Are we voting on that? Y'all want that? Y'all let us know what y'all want. I'll have to figure out how to incorporate that into the speech. What is it? Woke up? Woke up?
Woke up. Yeah. Woke mornings. Woke report. What rhymes with woke?
Broke.
Folk?
Joke. Smoke. Yoke.
You got the pen where you take a toke. It's your woke toke every single day, Monday to Friday. Now, the reason I like woke is because it has to do with waking up in the morning. So the woke fanatics wouldn't work for me. That's English. Two woke blokes. I think you got to incorporate morning time. Like wake up, woke up. They get that. That makes sense.
The Wookiees. I don't know. You guys let us know. You guys got to tell us what you guys think. You want the name to stay the morning report, or you want it to be woke it up, or I don't even know how to say it like that in the morning. to say it like that as in the opening. We up cheer.
Hey, it's 10 o'clock Central. Woke up because here we go. Let's start with the morning report. See, it can be a segment. The morning report still stays. And then in the middle of the stream, when we're done morning report, we just remove the background and we got like something else going on and be like
Melanin Mornings. Melanin Mornings. Melanin Mornings. It's catchy. It's catchy. I can already see a logo. It's catchy. I told you I like the little animated stuff. Us animated, melanated mornings with us animated like back to back or something like that, or our faces or something. I'm telling you I like that one, Michael Nemo.
He keeps saying he likes it, and I'm just smiling and nodding because I don't like that one.
You don't like it?
It sounds cool for the first time you hear it, and then you just go, wait, we're not doing that. Melanin mornings.
Woking up. Technically, isn't it the afternoon though? Well, we start at 10 a.m. my time.
You know what's more important than the name? That these people are here in the live chat joining us, and they'll be here again tomorrow, and they were here with us yesterday. You're appreciated, no matter what we name this live stream that we're going to be doing daily. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we do, because one of my main things I thought about, I was like, because our audience is always so much bigger in the afternoon, in the evenings. Like I even thought last night I was upset with myself for not thinking of it, and I'm hopefully Marcus is not upset with us, but we should have even saved that topic, not for Thursday because that would have been too late, but asked Marcus said he wanted to do it tomorrow, like last night. Because I guarantee you, we had 80, almost 90 something people on that yesterday. We would have, in our Pantheon streams already, we already have over 100 people that are in there on Thursdays. If we would have done that topic last night, I feel like that would have been like bigger. I'm not talking like, 1K or anything like that, but it would have been bigger, a lot bigger. So that one of my issues was I always thought like, damn, in the morning, are we going to be able to retain an audience? Are we going to be able to get people to be here? And you guys show up and show out, and I appreciate it. It's been, some people might say, oh, there's only 40 people in here. That's good for us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's why I say, tell a friend. Let's get it bigger. Get it bigger.
Honestly, yeah, you guys show up. I mean, unless we do videos like Planet Fanatics yesterday, he clipped the Kang part. He didn't get the performance he wanted, but it's in the live chat now. So if you guys want to join in and give him a viewership of the Kang stuff, like it, go. We're done our stream. Go watch Planet Fanatics' clip where he took the audio levels and increased it. He got pictures of the news story as he talked over it. Go check him out, man.
Yeah, thank you for that. Go check that out. And as always, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Again, tell a friend, tell a friend. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That has been the Woke It Up Morning Report. I am Planet Fanatics. That is Chill. We will see you guys later. Have a blessed rest of